Folks, got a cloudy, overcast, nice day, temperature-wise, a little windy, a little wet, ground's wet, but we're gonna make a walk of it anyway. Come on in, let's go chat and take a walk around. Come on in and say hi, we can talk. Or not, or you can just watch the lovely views. Either way, whatever you like. Find somewhere new to walk today. Let's find something different. Ooh, we're loading some stuff. A bunch of salvage, looks like. Cleaning out somebody's apartment. Hi, Guido. Always first. You can always count on Guido. Sir walks a lot. I like that. I accept your characterization, sir. I am Sir walks a lot. Oh, when I'm on vacation, it's nice to be able to get out and do this. I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and if I get a call, I get a call. Oh well. Hopefully I won't get a call. Sir walks a lot. I accept. Yeah. Hey, look, everybody, freeze warning. I think I can pull those signs down now. We've had our last freeze. Pretty sure. Pretty sure we're all done with freezes. Where can we go today? I want to try to check out some nice homes. Maybe we'll, let's go through the fence and go the other way. Try to find some little streets we haven't gone down before. Let's go a ways. We're going to get some rain tonight, but not probably until 8, 9 o'clock tonight. They're going to have some real bad weather out in the panhandle. There's storm chasers out there now, hunting for supercells, getting ready to blow up. It's that time of year, folks. We're back to severe weather time. So tomorrow's our day. Maybe I'll take you guys on a storm chase tomorrow. So Tulsa's right in the middle of the bullseye for the enhanced risk tomorrow. Maybe we'll hop in the car and go search for big storms. It'll be fun. Haven't done that for a while. Haven't done it since the YouTube age when you could live stream it. So that might be fun to do tomorrow. Got the day off. Just hop in the car and go storm chasing. It'll be my own amateur storm chaser channel. There's our playground area. You see this all the time. I go this way quite often. 12 of you watching, come on in, say hi. I'll say hi back. I got the chat on all messages. There's Mr. Squirrel at the bottom of the tree there. Look at that. Run away. There's a big man coming to talk to me. Oh my gosh. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. Hope you're not rabbiting. There he is. Caught a little shot. There's another one. There's his buddy out there in the grass. Squirrels everywhere, folks. Bunch of squirrels. Acting squirrely. Here's our little pass through the fence over here. And we're going to go the other way today. We're not going to go down there to the storm drain. Let's go the other way to the super nice neighborhoods. Hopefully we can keep a connection and keep on walking. More squirrels. Squirrels everywhere. Squirrels are very abundant today. Must be hungry. Slip under the fence and not here, they're sleeping. There you go. Slip under the fence and we're going to go this way. Try something a little different today. Different direction. Yeah, air feels very unstable. Can definitely feel storms in the forecast. Just when you've lived here a long time in the severe weather areas, you kind of get a feel for the way the atmosphere feels before these storms roll in. It's got that feeling today. I've already got something in my shoe. How does that happen so fast? Must be walking through the brush back there or something. There's something in my left shoe. It's annoying me. Something annoying me in my shoe. I don't like it. There's some nice homes. Check that out, folks. A lot nicer when we start getting some leaves back on the tree. They're starting to push some leaves out, or maybe that's old growth from last year. I don't know. There's some pretty brown leaves on this tree. I'm going to have to stop and take this little pebble out of my shoe because it's going to drive me crazy. So when we see where those trash cans are up there, it's from, okay? See where those trash cans are up ahead of me? We're going to put the phone down and pull my shoe off. And my God, get this pebble out of my shoe. It's really annoying. There's Mr. Squirrel on the fence. Got a nut. Found a nut to eat. Doing a little bouncing act, walking across the fence there. Okay, I got a trash can here. Good place to put the phone down. Fix my shoe. Gotta fix my shoe. It's really annoying me. Here we go, folks. I'm gonna stick it down here. Get my shoe off. You can see it. Pebble, twig or something. Pound the shoe out. Slip it back on. That's much improved. Much better, folks, over here. Fix the hair. It's windy today. It's blowing my hair around. There we go. Much better. Let's continue. Much better. Oh yeah. It's nice to not have something rubbing on the sole of your foot. That's no fun. I don't know anybody that likes that. Let's coming up on 47th Street. Let's take a right. Head out of this neighborhood and find some other places to walk that aren't normal. This will be up a nice steep hill. You know how I like that. There's a huge lot across the street there. A little two-story house has an incredibly large front. Basically to the right here where we're going to turn is basically a mansion next door to them. I'll show you. Basically a mansion. Yeah, folks, this is not an apartment complex. This is a single-family home. Single-family home from the booming oil days. Look at that sucker. That is not a complex. That is not an office building. That is a single-family home. Can you believe that? Look at all the living space. It's crazy. Single-family home with all that space. It's just unreal. Custom home remodels. Jordan & Sons, there you go. Good advertisement for them. As we're heading east on 47th now. And there's a very large hill in front of me that I'm not looking forward to, but it's oh well. Here's the back of that incredibly large single-family home I was talking about. They basically have an amphitheater in their backyard. They basically have a concert venue. Look at that. That is not an office building or any kind of townhome. Or it's one single-family home. Unreal. Hey, Blue. I saw someone taking a dump on the lawn. I do not believe I said that. In fact, I'm quite confident I did not say that. Have to go back. No, I didn't see anybody shitting on a lawn. Sorry. No excitement this morning. No excitement today. Cannot say I saw that. This is still the same property. And here's a guest house on the backside that's not attached to that other one. One property, folks. That's, I'll get a shot of it from the backside, but that's what you call a mansion. That is a mansion, man, in every definition of the word. Helton did not win the lottery. Yeah, imagine that, and he never will. You don't have to worry, Blue. He's not going to win the lottery. I can feel supremely confident and saying it's not going to happen. Despite being a statistically minuscule chance, it's not going to happen. And I can say that with the assurance of being right 999,999 times out of 100,000, or out of a million, sorry, excuse me. And that's giving him too much credit. It's not 1 in a million, folks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, 300 million. Every time I play, it's 1 in 300 million. Yeah, both Powerball and Mega Millions. Can you still hear me, Blue? My phone said I had to reconnect, but it still showed 2 bars, so I'm a little confused. Am I still with you? Can you see me / hear me? Phone said reconnecting. Always makes me wonder. I can't tell if I'm still online. Oh dear. But my numbers are going out. Okay, audio. Hi, Supno. That was scary. My phone said reconnecting. But it wasn't for but a couple seconds. Good thing. Thank you, Blue. Hey, if I do go offline, would you mind sending me a Discord DM so I can check that to confirm I'm not streaming anymore? Because I have no way to tell. Other than my viewers usually go down to 0. But that happens anyway, sometimes. McKay YouTube is here. McKay YouTube 51 says, I hear you. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate that. Supno is going to practice negative harmony. Wow. Going to practice negative harmony. It's going to go counterclockwise on the circle of fifths, folks. It's a very interesting concept, getting to a key center the back way. Fascinating stuff, that negative harmony. I really dig it. But I'm kind of a music theory nerd, so I would kind of dig it. Oh, we finally made it over that hill, guys. I'm really winded. Can you tell? I think this damn phone makes me sound like I'm breathing heavy all the time. Which, when you're trying to talk a lot while you're kind of exerting yourself, it's going to make you sound breathless. Major scales and minor scales layered together, yeah, but keep the note names in mind. Everything's reflected over an axis. C to E, major chord, C, E, G, inverted chord, C, A flat, F. So F minor would be the negative harmony version of C major. If you're flipping over the axis as a C. It's a fascinating concept. Yeah, it's similar to chord substitution, but yeah, it keeps the chord progression in mind, and it's different. It's similar, but it's different, but it still works in a plagal sort of way. If you like plagal cadences, you're going to love negative harmony. Sounds great too. Yeah, it sure does. Jacob Collier's got some great videos out there on it. Of course, there's plenty of books if you really want to get into negative harmony. It's a fascinating concept. But it is really cool for people who like to do reharms and stuff. That's available for you out there. Negative harmony. Okay. Top of the hill, we're on Lewis now. Sorry, it's gonna get loud. Cars streaking by me. I'm gonna try to get to the other side of the road here when I can. Oh yeah, no, it's not Jacob's idea. He just utilizes it. And I was into Jacob Collier's music before he started talking about negative harmony in videos and stuff. And that's how I kind of found out about it. But you're right, it's been out there way longer than that. I can't remember the dude's name that wrote the big treatise on negative harmony, but it's out there. Blues out here doing minor pentatonics. Except he forgot the 4. 1, minor 3, 4, 5, minor 7. It's your minor pentatonic. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. If you're on something like a minor tune like Blue Bossa or something, you can pretty well use that minor pentatonic over the whole scale, over the whole progression, sorry. So I can do it better in like F major. So you'd have like 1, minor 3, 4, 5, minor 7, 1 would be your minor pentatonic. As opposed to your major pentatonic, which would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. I used to teach jazz improv. We did a whole couple of weeks on use of pentatonics, especially over blues tunes and stuff with real simple progressions. But that's more theory nerd stuff, and most people aren't going to be into. Big fan of the major pentatonic. Stuff I write, got a lot of it in it. I got into a time when I was writing a lot of my big ensemble works, wind ensemble orchestra, that kind of stuff. I was using a lot of set theory. But even when I was using set theory, it still come out to be pentatonics. My set would be something like 0, 3, 5, 7, 9, which would be a damn pentatonic. Again, we're diving deep into the music theory nerd thing, but it's okay. We're walking north on Lewis, coming up on 45th. We're going to see what we can find this way. I think we're just going to continue north today. We never go way north on Lewis, so let's see what's up here. Always turn in that way sometime. Let's see what's north on Lewis Street. Ooh, this doesn't look particularly safe right here. And there's cars coming, so. This doesn't look particularly inviting. I'm gonna wait till I get a break here, and I don't want to step on that. There's cones everywhere, so I don't think I want to step. I'll just go around it on the mud here. Go out this way on the mud. I don't want to step on that. My luck, the damn thing would collapse. I'd be in a 20-foot hole with my leg broken or something. While I'm sure that would make for excellent video, I don't think I want to do that today. We could talk a little bit about minor blues tunes like Blue Bossa, and should you use Dorian minor or Aeolian minor? There's a discussion. Do you want A flat or an A natural in that C minor? I don't know. I think it sounds better with the A natural. So I'm going to be a proponent for the natural minor, the Aeolian minor. Oh, wait a minute. Strike that, reverse it. The Dorian minor with the raised 6. Natural minor would have the flat 6. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get killed by that shit. Not interested in stepping into a 20-foot hole today. Here's another nice neighborhood, but I don't think I want to go up in there because I think the cell will probably drop, and I've been up there anyway before. So we're just gonna go north on Lewis today, a ways, maybe 3 or 4 miles. Walk up to downtown area, 11th Street. I'll walk you up to fashionable Utica Square. And we'll walk back down Utica. That speed is crazy. Yeah, they're flying by, man. And I apologize for the extra noise, but you know, sidewalk is what it is. As you can see ahead, speed limit's 40, but nobody's going 40. Would that be common D minor? C minor, D minor? Well, the Dorian minor in C minor would be based on the F major scale. It has the E flat, And no, it would be based on the B flat major scale, excuse me. Has the E flat and the B flat, but not the A flat. C minor scale would also have the A flat. And that would be the Aeolian minor. C scale, but to the key of E flat, so it's the 6th scale degree. Dorian minor is the 2nd scale degree, so it's a C scale starting, it's a B flat scale starting on C. It gets a little confusing, I know. Why are we talking music theory nerd stuff today? I don't know, it came up. That's where the conversation led. Music theory nerd stuff. I enjoy it. Not everybody does. I enjoy a nice brisk walk out in the overcast, cool, pleasantly cool day. Temperature checked about 73 here. Very high dew point. Like I said earlier, you can feel how thick and soupy the air is, and it's primed for some big thunder boomers. Tomorrow there's a high risk of severe weather. I think we'll do a storm chasing stream tomorrow. Hope you guys will enjoy that. We'll get the car mount out and we'll get the phone mounted in the car and drive around and see if we can find some big storms. Because we're supposed to be the target area. Which also has the advantage of keeping me safe from the storms, because you can just drive to the backside of it, follow it on up. Yeah, Dorian, you can negatively harmonize the Dorian scale too, absolutely. You take, for example, I was just talking about the C Dorian scale, and you just invert all the steps. So let's see, the Dorian scale goes major, minor, major, 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 minor, major. And you just go down using that same system. So the C Dorian scale inverted, you're going to get C, B flat, A natural, G, F, E flat, D, C. It's the same. That's weird. Let's see, minor, major. Let's see, whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole. That's because it's symmetrical. You got whole, half on both sides, half whole on the back side, and then 3 holes in the middle. So the Dorian scale is symmetrical. If you invert the Dorian scale, you get the Dorian scale. Yeah, I was confused. Seriously, if you take the whole step, half step, which on Dorian is whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole, it's like a palindrome. WH, WWW, HW. If you wrote that out in letters, you'd see that it's a palindrome. So if you invert it, the D Dorian scale going down, or C Dorian scale going down, still going to be the C Dorian scale. Isn't that wild? Raise 6 on Dorian minor, right? That's why you get 3 holes in this. Now, conversely, if you did the C natural minor, the Aeolian minor, you get whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. Do that backwards, it's going to be, let's figure this out. C, B flat, A, G, F, E natural. E natural. Is that where you get it? Yeah. E natural, D natural, C. So you get a C Mixolydian scale. Wow. If you invert Aeolian, you get Mixolydian. Which kind of makes sense, because Aeolian's the 6th scale degree and Mixolydian's the 5th, so they're rotating around that axis. Yeah, it is Mixolydian. If you invert Aeolian, you get Mixolydian. If you go down with the same half holes as you were going up, you get C, B flat, A, G, F, E. Oh, no. Yeah, E natural, D, C. That's right. That's Mixolydian. I wonder if that's always true. If you invert one mode, you're going to get something, but I wonder if any of them turn into synthetic, like Lydian or what's the other weird one? Phrygian. Phrygian's a little weird. Let's try Lydian. Lydian is a C major scale in the key of B. No, that's not right. I was thinking Locrian. Lydian's the 4th scale degree. Locrian's the weird one. That would be a C scale, but in the key of D flat. Yeah, I think we could do any mode and invert to another mode. But if we did Locrian, C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, you get half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole, whole. So if you go down with that, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, which is C in the key of G, which is Lydian. Invert Locrian, you get Lydian. Yeah, it's still working. It's still inverting around that 5/6 scale degree. 7th scale degree becomes 4th scale degree. Locrian inverted is Lydian. Isn't music cool? Negative harmony scale version of Locrian is a Lydian mode because it inverts around the space between 5th and 6th scale degree. Wow. We're figuring out shit, cool stuff. It's cool. So if you invert Ionian, it's going to be Phrygian. I don't even have to figure it out because that's still rotating around the axis between 5 and 6 and 6th scale degree. Ionian's the 8th scale degree. It's going to turn into the 3rd scale degree, which is Lydian. Locrian's great for diminished chords, kind of as a diminished scale. It's also great for secondary dominant stuff. Not secondary dominant, alternate dominant. Any kind of alt chord. If you see alt, G7 alt, you can play a G Locrian over it and it works pretty darn well. I got a green light, but I do have a red hand in my face. I wonder if I should risk it. This guy wants to turn left. Nobody's coming that way now. We're gonna hit the button. Well, I did used to teach this stuff, so so yeah, I like my music theory stuff. I was a professor of jazz studies for about 7 years. I mean, I had to figure all this shit out on paper before I could present it to a class. Which, ironically, before getting hired as an adjunct professor, I really hadn't thought about it that much. When you sit down and figure this shit out, there's some neat stuff that comes out of it. Here we go. Nobody coming, but I better wait for my turn signal. Check out Tommaso Zilio. I will do that. Check out this seed pod. It's nuts too. Look at that. Spiky seed pod on my way. This is the point where we really haven't gone that way. So let's see what we find on North Lewis. If I have gone this way, it's all. Gotta let the left turner go here, and we start on out. As long as no turn here, we can start on out. The little white guy on the sign. Anyway, yeah, on negative harmony. Is that one of the guys, Tommaso Zilio? Chromatic inversions in there, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I was more of a set theory guy in composition world, but when I would teach jazz piano, I have a system of polychords that I like. So if I'm playing a G7 alt, I'm going to put my 3rd and 5th, 3rd and 7th in my left hand. So I'm going to have F and B in there somewhere, or B and F, depending on where I'm on the keyboard. And then the top, I might play a D flat major triad over that 3rd and 7th from G, F and B in my left hand. That sounds really good. It's a tritone away. It's like a tritone sub. So I'm essentially playing D flat over G. If you want to, you can put the root in there, G, F, B, and big old Oscar Peterson kind of 10th voicing, and put a D flat triad over it in whatever inversion you care for. You can also use A flat. It's not as good, but flat 2 works over it. Some others that work pretty good, and there's different things for sus chords you can do. Sus chords, I like to go down a whole step. B flat over C, that kind of thing. Great sus voicing. Except when you're doing a sus forcing, you're not going to put the third in the bass because it's a sus chord. So that's a little different. Sus chord, you want a root and fifth with a down a whole step and that triad over in your right hand. I don't know how it works on guitar. It's probably a whole different world in guitar. On guitar, you probably don't have to worry about the bass so much. So you just kind of solo over B flat on a C sus. Use the chord tones of the B flat triad. You're well on your way. Or G minor 7 if you like. You're well on your way to soloing over a C sus. D flat over G for like a G alt, yeah. Altered dominant. So you're going to get the sharp 11, you're going to get the 7, and you're going to get the flat 9 in your right hand. If you do D flat over G, which are great chord tones for an alt. Augmented, you're going to go down 2 whole steps, so like E flat over G. And you can use the 3rd, 7th in your left hand too. Then you get the augmented 5th, the root, and the sharp 9. Really cool sound. That one works okay for alts too, because you get that sharp 9 in there. You just get that augmented 5th. A little more of a grating sound. Wish I was at a keyboard I could demonstrate for you, but that's what this sounds like. And if you use this polychord, it sounds like this. Depends on your the context, but either one works pretty good. Whole tone works great over those ultra dominants, yeah. Sure does. That gets you sharp 11, augmented 5th. Doesn't get you anything with the 9s though. It just gets you a regular 9, no flat 9, no sharp 9, which I'm a big fan of flat 9s and sharp 9s in alt chords. Here we are at the Battle Creek Church, folks. Sundays, 8:30, 10, 11:30. Yeah, augmented's on augmented using the whole tone scale to solo over, absolutely. Get you a nice selection of chord tones, including the sharp 11 in there. She doesn't like a good sharp 11 on a dominant chord. Fixes that problem with playing the 4th. You don't want the 4th on a dominant chord. Hi, Brandon. We're talking music theory nerd stuff today. It's fun. And checking out the lovely flower bed here at the Battle Creek Church. Look at that. Pretty flowers. Some orange ones in there. I like that. Look over here. Somebody's been out here working hard on the flower bed. Looks like they just transplanted these guys. They're going to get some rain tonight. Brandon, we're heading north on Lewis Street today. So far we're at 38th Street. I'm going to try to get you downtown area. See if we can do an 8-mile walk today. We'll go 4 miles north and 4 miles back south. Maybe go on over to Utica, make it 9 miles. Walk a block, walk a city mile to the west and come back down to Utica. I think we'll do that. That's the plan. Too much to learn, says Subtle. It is, but the nice thing about jazz and music in general is you just kind of learn a little bit at a time, use what you know. You don't have to be a master of it all to be successful. You don't have to do it all, man. Just do what you like. And if you find something that sounds good, you can kind of work that out in 12 keys. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of licks in your pocket. Next thing you know, you're on a gig, you're on the bandstand, and hey, here's a G alt. I know what to do with that. I practice that in all kinds of inversions. But I'm afraid that's my old life. I don't really do that anymore. That seems like a lifetime ago. Playing gigs, working out jazz harmonies, thinking up new things. Seems like a lifetime ago. Pretty homes up there. Pretty homes everywhere up here. We're in a nice district. Probably why they have sidewalks. We're in a nice district here. Nice homes down that way too. Should walk north on Lewis more often. It's pretty up here. Looks like we got some places available here at this gated community, the Newberry Estates. You can call Chinwith and Cohen. Call Melody there at that phone number. You can get you a place rented here on North Lewis Street. Oh wait, I'm on South Lewis. North for me. In terms of the city, this is actually South Lewis Street, but it's north of me. I got great signal up here. I got 4 bars. That makes me happy. Finally got an area where I've got some signal, cell phone signal. Got a split. Don't dare stop these their scale sequences, chromatic medians. Yeah, let's modulate from C to E flat, or even better, C to E major. Talk about your chromatic median movement. We're getting all romantic era now. Debussy, Ravel. Let's modulate from C major to E major, distantly related keys. But good to talk to you, Supno. Thanks for coming in. Always appreciate the music theory talk. Gets me going, if you couldn't tell. See ya. Look at this pretty house. We got a nice little, there's one level, couple bedrooms. Got a nice bench swing out here on the tree. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Nice big yard. It's a nice area. Got a Church of Christ scientists over here. Wonder what they talk about. Not to be confused with Scientology, guys. It's Church of Christ scientists. They believe there's actual physical evidence that God is real and you should believe him. Sadly, they come up pretty short when it comes time to present that evidence. They come up a little short, but they keep trying, you know. God bless them. God bless them. They keep trying. Here is a former school turned into I think it was an AT&T building. I don't think it is anymore. I think it's abandoned now. You can see there's an AT&T sign on it. Go for some food, McKay. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Sorry I wasn't ignoring you. I was talking. This was a school building, and I think a private school. Then AT&T bought it, but I think they're out of it too. I don't think anything happens in there anymore. See, it's all boarded up. Windows are all plastered closed. Yeah, it's abandoned. It's a big property to just sit there and do nothing. Oh well, that's the way of the world, I guess. The old goes away, I'll eventually knock it down and build something else on the corner. That's the way it goes. We are at 36th Street, guys, in Lewis. Continuing north. Continuing north on Lewis. Good cell signal. Thank you, McKay, and have a good day, man. Have a grand day, will you? Do something fun today. Do something new and exciting you haven't done before. That's what I say. Substation. Electrical power station right there. PSO. Guy sitting in a truck. Probably waiting for a call or something. Hanging out at the substation. Got a porta potty there. I'll try to remember that if I come this way again. There's a porta potty available. Good. No, it's good to know the location of these things. If you're a walker, like I am, if you're a Sir Walks a Lot, you got to figure out where your places to pee are. It's important. It's good to know. It's good information to have. Good good information to have if you're going to be a Sir Walks a Lot, which I highly recommend. The rest of you should start doing live streams too. You don't even have to show your face. I guess it kind of implies doxing your location, but you know, who cares? Nobody's going to do anything. Not really. More nice properties. I got a big yard, American flag flapping in the breeze. This looks like a tree that got a lightning strike up in front of me. Look at that. See the very top of that tree? It looks like lightning split that sucker down the middle. I'm very confident that's what that is. A lightning bolt. Split that branch right down the middle. Pretty cool, huh? Happens quite a lot. Trees are, natural lightning rods. Oh, again, look at the levels. I'm walking down here on the sidewalk. There's a retaining wall, and their yard's way up here where my head is. It's actually getting higher in my head. This thing's a solid 6 feet off the ground. Just that quick. Retaining wall, and it's 6 feet higher. That's the yard. Wouldn't want a kid to come tumbling down that, would you? Tough yard to have a playground on. As the traffic continues whizzing past, but we have a nice sidewalk, so I don't mind too much. Hey, bum number one. I haven't jaywalked yet. You'd have been proud of me. I actually pushed the button and waited for the walk sign. But I'm sure there's jaywalking to come. Stay tuned. Today we're just enjoying the really nice homes up here on Lewis Avenue, north of where I live. We're coming to 34th Street South here in Lewis, and look at this place. I don't know if you classify it as a mansion or not, but it's pretty damn close if it's not. That's a big property. Look at this lovely yard, all gated off. Model citizen, yeah, it says that when the cops pull me over. They always comment, "Hey, I noticed on your report back on my laptop there that you're a model citizen. I just want to shake your hand, sir." When I got my ticket for no seatbelt, motorcycle cop shook my hand and said, "I'm glad to know you today." Yeah, that actually happened. Then I got my ticket for $20 and then I went and paid it. Took 5 days to be able to pay that online. Inefficient bureaucracies, I guess. We're continuing north, coming up on 33rd Street. Again, really nice houses. Gonna have a bit of a hill to climb here. What else is new, right? It wouldn't be a Malakote walk without a bunch of hills. Me breathing heavy. Somebody will make fun of that, no doubt. He's breathing so hard. How's he fit? Well, when you're talking and trying to walk, you're going to breathe a little heavy. It happens. Very Kafkaesque, this bum. Yeah, you actually got I did get a ticket, yes. I got a $20 ticket for hopping in my car and trying to deliver some spark plugs to Jiffy Lube. But, I did it. Couldn't argue about it. I didn't have my seatbelt on. Didn't throw it on. I thought I was just going to hop in the car and get up there quick. So it gave me a $20 ticket, and boy, that sure taught me a lesson. What actually happens is I keep noticing that I didn't put my seatbelt on now. Oh, I don't want to get another ticket. So next one might be $200. This thing is, excuse me. Didn't get a speeding ticket, though. I don't speed. I shouldn't say I don't speed. I very rarely speed. There has to be a certain set of circumstances for me to actually speed. On the interstate, I might park my cruise control at 5 over. But honestly, that's to avoid getting run over. You know how that goes, flow of traffic and stuff. So I do go a little faster than the posted limit on a long drive on an interstate highway or something. If it's 65, I will park the cruise at 70. It happens. Not all the time. When I drive to Stillwater to work with some of the students over there, I generally stay at 65 on those little 2-lane highways. Because people will slam on their brakes to make a turn. It's a 2-lane highway. There's no exit lane. You want to be a little slower, a little more careful. But yes, I am absolutely a model citizen. I've got the insurance rates to prove it. I don't get tickets. I don't get involved in collisions. I just assume everybody's going to hit me and drive accordingly. You should do that too. Just assume everyone's out to hit you and drive accordingly. Oh boy, folks, it's gonna be a long walk today. We're gonna keep going. I feel I got a lot of energy. Get some of that pent up energy out. Just keep walking. As we're coming up on 31st Street, which is one of the major intersections. All the major intersections in this part of the city are 31st, 41st, 21st, 61st, etc. Middle roads will tend to be 36, 26, 56. Those will sometimes have a stoplight, not always, but they'll almost always have a through street. Your half-mile roads. Same thing happens on the north-south roads. I'm on Lewis, which is one of the major mile roads. Utica would be the next one over there, and there's a halfway street. I'm not sure if it's Rockford or Troost. You see it on my streams all the time. If I go to the right, you got Lewis here, and then you got Harvard, be the next mile marker street, but you got Delaware is the middle street at the half-mile mark between Lewis and Harvard. And it pretty well runs all the way through, too. Other streets between those will tend to stay consistently named, but not always through streets. There you go. Brief explanation of how the roads work in Tulsa. Hope you enjoyed the presentation, folks. As much as I enjoyed delivering it. We're going to at least go up to 21st, maybe 15th, which, I just said the middle streets are 16th or 26th, and up there it's 15th. 15th is a major east-west road in Tulsa. I'm not sure why it's not 16th, but it is 15th. We'll find out when we get there. You'll see. 15th Street is going to have a stoplight, and it's a major east-west road. We're getting near the downtown area at that point. We'll probably see some of the big skyscrapers looming. I doubt if I can make this. Light's green now, but I'm not going to man. I don't want to jaywalk with Bum hanging around. So. Don't want to jaywalk. Bum is in the house. Can't disappoint him. I've gone that way before. I remember this sidewalk, this driveway here. So I've been up there. I've been up 31st. We're going to continue north. Yeah, the light just turned yellow, so we're definitely not making it. Here you go, Bum. Model citizen.
Wait.
Using the crosswalk like a model citizen would. What do we got back here? Got a little sign. What's our sign say? Buy your home with solar financing, no bank qualifying. Call now. 3222, folks. That's 918-932-3222. 918-992-3222. Whatever.
Wait.
Like you guys have a house to sell in Tulsa. Why am I giving you the number? My number is 918-932-7. Says 7. And wait for these left turners. Make sure there's not a right turner here. There's a Colorado, just like our delivery trucks. Look at that. Hope that's not my delivery guys. Might be another AutoZone. Might be a zoner. We're gonna get the sign here in a second. Right? The white guy on the sign there. The little white walking guy. Here we go. We're gonna head out just a little early. Just good common sense there. You're gonna start a little early so you get across the street easy. Wonder where that. Nope, not an AutoZoner. He didn't have a "How's my driving" sticker in the back. So definitely not an AutoZoner. Lots more nice estates up here to see. Many of them with retaining walls. Look at that one. That one's breaking. Wonder if that's pressure or water. Got a lot of big cracks in it. Look, they posted a big old mirror to aid them with turning here and getting out so they can see the traffic. Hi, everybody. Wave to you on the mirror. Only 4 people watching. That must not be very, very entertaining today, or people are busy. Right? Can't be me. It's got just people are busy. They don't have time to come watch me walk. That's what it is, of course. We could cut across and go through some of those interesting estates over there, but I think we'll continue going north on Lewis. We haven't gone very far north on this watching and playing game. There you go, Brandon. Thank you. But I was more commenting on the fact that I only have 4 live viewers. I think lots of people are probably busy today. It's not a great time for stream walking. Not the optimum hour to get viewers in the U.S. anyway. People are at work. People are busy. A couple hours later would be better. But then it gets dark quick. It's almost 4:30 here. It's going to get dark at 6:30. You know when I've had my best luck is really early in the morning. And I think I get a lot of Euro viewers. Right, Bum? I get a lot of that Euro trash in here. Euro trash in my live streams. Speaking of Euro trash, here's another porta potty. Can't stream later, you'll miss the Jess stream. That's true. Jess stream's not for like 6 hours. She's a late night gal. Which, you know, when I'm on vacation, I can wait. I don't mind at all. I got nothing to go to bed for. I was up last night till about 2:30, which is insane for me, but I was happy to be patient and wait for my turn. Oh my goodness, hi buddy. Look, he's super happy. Hi, hello. How you doing? Hi. Oh. I'll talk to him in his native language. Oh. I got 4 of them now. Look at it. I got 4 of them looking. Oh. Yeah, yo. Oh. Happy to see me. Looking for some. Oh. I know. Todd, stop abusing the dogs, man. Stop pestering the neighborhood dogs and just keep walking. You fat fuck. Go ahead. You can say it. You can say fat fuck on my stream. I allow it. I allow coarse language. This place isn't for kids, after all. Look down that road. Yeah. Plenty of estates down there. Lovely neighborhood. I think I've been down there that one day. Pretty sure I came back up through this way. Don't want to miss the Jess stream. I need to help her figure out how to unblock Nate. So I commented in MeWe today. I'm very happy to go click by click with Jess and show her how to unban Nate. I'm looking forward to it. She unbanned everyone on her Google side, but she needs to unban everyone on her YouTube side. There's 2 places, folks. 2 places you can find blocked users when you're on YouTube/StreamYard. And it's frustrating for people because they think Vaughn does the same shit. I only have 1 person blocked. No, Vaughn, you block everybody. I mean, literally every live stream. Bam, you're gone. Bam, see ya, bye. And then he comes back. I only got 1 person blocked. Vaughn, what do you think happened to all those people you blocked the last 3 hours? I'm gonna eat what words? What words am I gonna eat, Bum? I eat a lot of my words, but it's good to know in advance. Prepare for supper, you know. I want to be good and prepared for supper. I eat a lot of words. It's part of being a chatterbox. Sometimes you say shit you regret later. Offering to help Jeff step by step, no matter what. Did I say no matter what? I will help Jess step by step, click by click, find where she has Nate banned. Yes, I will. And you're correct, I'll probably eat those words, but I will still try. Because I'm a nice man, I will try to help her. Oh my gosh, look across the street, people playing. Children outside playing on their bicycles. You don't see much of that anymore. They're not inside on a tablet or watching a cartoon. Wow. I'm sure it's probably me, but by God, I see a lot of nothing outside. It's frustrating to me. I want to see kids getting fresh air and playing, and adults too, outside gardening and raking their yard, and you know, just sitting on a bench, having a sip of tea, enjoying nature. You know, maybe I'm the crazy one. This whole culture has turned into a bunch of people who just live inside on their devices. You know, come on, guys, come outside. It's nice out here. It's nice out here. You can take a walk. You can do some stuff outside. God, you go out to the range and hit some balls. You can go to the batting cage, do some sports, you know, play basketball somewhere. Lots of stuff to do out here. It's better than the world in front of a screen. I think sometimes we all forget that. Well, not we all. I shouldn't say we all forget that. Some people forget that. And it seems to be a growing epidemic as I walk through the neighborhoods of my area. I just don't see a lot of people outside doing anything. So I'm going to rant about it on my channel because I can and I should. How's everybody doing today? I got 3 viewers. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're enjoying the pretty walks here. Speaking of nice estates, here's a place with its own athletic court. Chair, I see a couple of chairs. I see some kind of floor. I don't know if it's basketball or tennis or what this is. Appears to be a tennis court. Built right onto their property, folks. When you got enough money to have a tennis court on your property, you're doing something right, I guess. You're doing something good. Excuse me, that was me. Boy, the traffic comes flying by here. These tiny little road lanes not wide enough. You get on the road like this beside one of those, something like that Esplundi truck, or one of those Sprinter vans, or FedEx delivery truck. It's a little hard to pass them, man. They're halfway into your lane before they even start. It's frustrating. They really need to widen this road. Take away my sidewalk, I guess. But they ain't gonna. It's part of the old Tulsa charm. There you go, Woody Crest. It's a name we haven't heard for a while, Woody. Look, Woody Crest. Wonder who lives in Woody Crest. It's certainly Woody. Wow, look through there. That's a big estate too. That's a multi-million-dollar property right there. Covered up over here where you can't see any of it. It's nice in there, I tell you. I saw a little bit. It's nice in there, man. That's a beautiful home. Here we go. There's a little, I think you've got a fence in your way though. But you can see right here is a little creek on their property and a super stratified yard. Lots of levels. It's stunning. Rest in peace, Woody. Got out while he could. There you go. Out while he could. Yeah, I guess so. That guy was something. Never really had a problem with the guy. He just seems, at the rate of being at the risk of being hypocritical, he was a little dry milquetoast. And I know I am too, so I'm being hypocritical, but damn. He was a tough watch most days. Tough watch for that guy. I'm sure I am too. And at least I'll own it. We're building some new houses, or at least updating that one. Pretty look over there, lots of oil money. Lots of oil money in this neighborhood, folks. Looks like we're maybe putting in a pool, hence the custom pool sign here. Check this out, custom pools starting at $65K. Wow, starting. That's bottom line, guys, $65K is your base model. Wow. Bum says Woody's biggest flaw was taking S from Jacobs, taking shit, yeah, and getting doxxed by that squeaky kid. Did he get doxxed by J-Dubs, huh? Oh well. I gotta tell you, getting doxxed isn't the worst thing in the world. People make a big deal out of it, but nothing really happens. Unless you're a true piece of shit, like Cyrax or something. Then people show up at your house, but from someone who's been doxxed for a long time and just doesn't give a shit, it's just, oh well, what are you gonna do to me? Gonna call the cops out to my apartment? All right, you did that. How'd that work out for you? Nothing happened. Call the cops and tell them I was drinking bleach online. What do you think happened when the cop came to my door and knocked? Yeah, we got to report you were harming yourself because drinking bleach. And, sir, I don't drink bleach. Somebody made that up. And the situation was diffused in about 15 seconds. Situation diffused, 15 seconds. And the cop asked me, well, do you have people online that might want to harass you? I said, yeah. I got one or two. I might have one or two people that would be interested in harassing me. Yes, officer. What if you can get that body cam? I said, yeah. Oh, J-Dub showed Woody's email on StreamYard. Oh, there you go. Woody's email was his name. Woody's email. There you go. I can't imagine anybody caring enough to do something to Woody. He seemed very, very non-threatening. But whatever. Oh, well, he buddied up with Vaughn. Yeah, that's what? Maybe he had his reasons. Am I breathing heavy yet? I feel like I'm breathing heavy. You have to try to shut up a little more. Not be such a chatterbox. It makes me breathe heavy. Excuse me. Pardon me. That was me. Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? 24th Street, folks. We're making it. We're making headway. Remember, we started at 51st. We've almost gone 3 miles, and it feels like it's all been uphill. I don't know how it's all been uphill. You can see if I go up a hill and back down one. That would make sense. Maybe I'm just counting the hits and forgetting about the misses, huh? Is that it? Just counting the hits, forgetting the misses. Speaking of hills, here we go. Hard to tell on a camera, isn't it? Oh, my boss just texted me. My store manager said, thank you for your help today. After I went in there and kind of fucked everything up. They had an item, they had a ticket, billed to the wrong account. It was billed to a cash-only account. It was supposed to be billed to a charge customer. And they got that handled, but they couldn't figure out how to fix the bill to the wrong place. Boy, I got in there and screwed it up worse. Eventually got it fixed, but I was there for an hour just musing over this damn ticket. I finally got it done. Left everything offset except for I did a payment on account from the customer thinking I was overturning a charge credit, and it wound up, trust me, I fucked up. So the drawer is going to be short that amount, but they're going to report it to loss prevention and explain how it happened, and we'll be fine. Too long of a story with work bullshit, sorry. Nobody cares about your AutoZone stuff, Todd, I know. Just something that happened to me today, and my boss texting me reminded me. He was nice and thanked me for my help. I only went up there because another customer texted me asking for a part. He said, I'll go up to the store, see if I can find you something. And while I was there, hey, can you help us fix this problem? Oh, sure, let's see it. Oh, my. I walked in there all smug. Oh, see, what you have to do is this and this. Oh, wait a minute, that didn't work. Okay, well, what you'd have to do is force a return, and then when I forced the return, it went to their charge count. It went to their account balance, not a cash back out, because I forced it. What a nightmare. What a nightmare. If I just slowed down and done a little digging, he did the return, but he didn't realize it came out as a voucher ticket, not a billed ticket. And he had to, since it was a cash sale, you had to go to a register with some money in it and scan the voucher, and it will print the ticket that way. Todd the Menace, exactly, Brandon, exactly. And then he thanks me for helping today. I went in there and fucked it up twice as bad. Didn't hurt anybody but me. I had to spend about an hour fixing it. Slowly going through ticket by ticket what I did, trying to reverse everything. Hey, they're across the street, Montecasino private school. My sister used to teach there. Way back when, I think I'm going to say mid-'80s. My sister was teaching there about the time I went to college. She had graduated college, and I think it was her first teaching job was at Montecasino. Little Malacote trivia for you there. Malacote family history. It's my sister's first teaching job. Right there's the Malcolm Delamoth? Malcolm Diesroth Performing Arts Center. I can't read that. But it's their PAC anyway. I suspect she taught English in that building. It's a nice little private school out here in the middle of urban Tulsa. Todd the Menace. You are not wrong, sir. No lie detected. Well, we're coming up on 21st. Should we turn here or should we go on up to 15th, you think? It's another big hill. It's another huge hill. Should probably get something to drink at this point. There's a quick trip on up the hill. Let's go there. We can get us a Propel water, flavored water. Let's go on up to Quick Trip. There's a Readers right here. I don't know much about them, but they might not have the water I like. So decision's made. We're going to 15th, folks. Private property, 21 Lewis Plaza tenants and guests only. There you go, 21 Lewis Plaza, right there. Now, that's an office building, man. Don't want to go in there, it's private property. Yeah, Readers, Real Gas, it says, Real Gas, Auto and Tire Center. Okay, they actually work on vehicles too. Don't see that much anymore. I got a full service car wash over there. Some kind of service base somewhere to put tires on, I guess. Tire machine. Interesting. Self-service, though. There's full service on the other side. People come out and pump your gas here. It's unusual for Oklahoma. Most everywhere you pump your own gas. Serving Tulsa since 1961. Readers. And it says fresh to convenience. I got a bunch of stuff for sale in there, but I'm not going to slow us down. We're going to go to the known quantity in the quick trip up the hill there. Down there's kind of Hospital Row, down 21st. My hospital where they took me when I broke my back is Ascension St. John there. That's where I have my back fund. Model citizen using the crosswalk. Film at 11. That's good. We're going to hit the quick trip about the time we need to be anyway. It's going to work out well. See a Wendy's down there. AC service and tune-ups right here at Readers. Yeah, there's the car wash. I don't know where you have your vehicle serviced. Didn't look like there were any service bays that I saw. What do I know? There we go. We got the walk sign. A little white guy walking on the sign there. Turns into a red hand really fast. They don't give you much time to get started. You better not be old or not paying attention. You're not going to get across the street. Pay attention now. As we continue north on Lewis from 21st Street, there's the YWCA over there. Fitness and Aquatica in that door. Not too many YWCAs left. Young Women's Christian Association. Mostly known as a sports place. Go in there to play basketball or volleyball, whatever. Got all kinds of stuff. Weightlifting, fitness. Got a big pool. It's the Aquatica Center. And oddly, it is as I get in position here to read it, I've got a story about the sponsor of the place. Yeah, it's the Patty Johnson Wilson Center. When I was in high school, I won the Patty Johnson Wilson String Award in Tulsa. It was a competition for high schoolers. And I played a double bass concerto and won some college money. So thank you to Patty Johnson Wilson for that scholarship way back in 1984. It's good to know she also sponsored things like this, the YWCA. So I was also Young Musicians Scholarship money. That was kind of cool. Good story there. In Oklahoma City, it was the Buttram Award. Remember it like it was yesterday. Won that one too. Won some money down there. I was a pretty good bass player back in those days. Went to Interlochen National Music Camp. Was principal of the World Youth Symphony. That was a nice ring. That was a nice feather in my cap. Didn't wind up really getting me anywhere, did it? Now I sell auto parts for AutoZone. All that learning, all those degrees, never really made it. Decided I liked playing tuba better. Did okay with the tuba. Got the military gig. That was cool. That was a good part of my life, but then really nothing came of that either. I always thought I'd get out and get a master's and get a big teaching job or get a symphony somewhere. Never materialized for a variety of reasons. You get to a certain point in just about any career, any industry, any job, you feel like you've reached the apex and you just kind of stop giving a shit and maintaining your level, and other people pass you, and next thing you know, you're not the best kid, you're not the biggest fish in the pond anymore. Shit happens, man. It's life. Shit happens. You can bounce with it and go along for the ride, or you can sit down and complain about it. You have two options. Actually, I have many options, but ultimately, it's up to you to make lemonade out of those lemons, as they say. More nice houses up here at 18th and Lewis. Well, not quite as expensive, but over there they're nice. Over there they're sure nice. Yorktown Historic District, it says. And on this side, Lewiston Gardens. Everything's got a subdivision. Gwandon says shit happens. Yes, it does. Shit happens and you can either eat it or flush it down the toilet. Not a true dichotomy, but basically your two choices. You can eat it or flush it. Actually, a dichotomy, you could either eat it or not eat it. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. 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 I have no idea what kind of dog that was. I couldn't see him. Very excited to see me, though. Looky here. There's the Gypsy House. Curated vintage for your home. Beauty is an inside job. They do Botox, an Ivy Lounge, laser weight loss, PRP, med aesthetics. Jess, if you're watching, this is the place for you. Look, it's the Gypsy House. Curated vintage for your home. Beauty is an inside job. Keep life surprised. Make orange juice with those lemons. There you go. It's even better. I made orange chicken last night. I used some orange juice. I'm too lazy to fresh squeeze an orange, so I just poured a cup of orange juice. Put it in my sauce. I put a cup of orange juice in my sauce. Basically, you turn teriyaki chicken into orange chicken with some orange juice. It's not rocket science here. I also use ginger paste instead of freshly minced ginger. I know I'm a horrible human being. I squeezed out some ginger paste into the pan. Teaspoon of it, in fact. Full teaspoon of ginger paste. What a heel that guy is. I did do fresh minced fresh minced garlic. I did flatten a bulb of garlic, and I used half of it in my teriyaki noodles and about half of it in the orange chicken sauce. Exactly one bulb. It worked out very well. The portions were great. And believe me, it's some good orange chicken. The only problem I have with it is when I fry it in my deep fat fryer, the pieces, it's a wet batter, so the pieces really like to weld themselves to my frying basket. You have to, after you dip it in about 30 seconds, you got to take a chopstick and really separate them from each other in the basket. And then they're fine. But you got to give it a little extra attention in the first minute of frying. With those wet batters. I said next time I was going to try dredging, but I did the wet batter again. It was much better than my first attempt. Everybody likes orange chicken, Brandon. It's an amazing thing. Who doesn't? I spent days and days looking for the right boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I finally found some good ones at Trader Joe's. And I go and buy them, and I get them home, and there's still too much fat on them. I still feel like I spent a lot of time trimming fat. I feel like I bought 2¼ pounds of chicken to get 2 pounds of pieces. And that's, that's a significant amount. Or no, I bought about 2½ pounds. Because, I lost a ½ pound in trimming. White Buffalo's here. Hey, Nate. He says this stream needs more Jess. I agree. Where's Jess? I can watch her. Why can't she watch me? Why can't you watch me, damn it? Yeah, a little give and take there. I watch you, you watch me. Hey, look, folks, Sonic. It's America's Drive-In. Brandon says, I really dislike doing wet batter in a basket. Yeah, I do too now. Your other option is you dip them in the wet batter, you marinate them in the fridge for about an hour. Then what you want to do is actually set it out for about an hour. I put it on a little, on a drip tray on a big old sheet pan. And I pull them out one by one. Put a glove on. I pull them out one by one. I let them sit and drip out a little bit. But you want them to warm up to room temperature before you fry them. And that was the part I skipped a little bit. I left them out for a little bit, but not long enough. So if you get them up to room temperature, they won't stick as bad. Also dusted them with a little flour before I put them in the hot oil. Didn't help much. I thought, well, I'll just dust them with a little flour. They won't stick to you. Yeah, yes, they do. But again, if you just take a chopstick and that first minute in the oil, you just kind of pull them up a little bit and just make sure they're separating from the wire in the basket. It's fine. I got good at it about the third or fourth batch. The first time I made it, I didn't do it at all, and I had to separate them after I fried them, and they welded. I had to really cut a lot off, and I had chicken pieces with batter missing on one side. It was just wasn't good. Did much better this time. Okay, folks, we're at the Quick Trip. We're gonna head inside. Takes practice, yeah. It's just takes a few times doing it. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Get anybody on camera I don't want. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so I will be shutting it off for that, just so you know. Use the restroom, get something to drink, and continue on our walk. Hey, it's on the other side, of course. Of course, it's way down there. Why wouldn't it be? Of course, it's on the other side, but hold steady there, folks. I'll be right back with you. Okay, folks, back out of the restroom. Gonna get us a water, flavored water. See what they got. I'm cleaning the floor. I'm cleaning the floor. Thank you for shopping at Quick Trip. I'm cleaning the floor. Let's see what they got. Oh, got the Electrolyte Zero. Three flavors. Look at that. I think we'll go that way. We haven't had one of those in a while. Electrolyte Zero. Strawberry banana, man, it's a good taste too. It's one of the best zero sugar drinks you can find.
What's up?
Hey, what's that?
It's gonna be all for you.
That's it.
Go for it.
All good, sir. Thanks. All right, we're out. Takes practice. It sure does. It takes a lot of practice. And heading on back on our walk to Office Depot across the street. Look at that. We're gonna go over there and head back. We're gonna head back west to Utica and traipse our way back down Utica towards home. Up here on the northeast corner, 15th and Lewis, is the big old Reese's. This is Reese's number 1, where this chain all began. Oh, look, we got some scooters here too. If we want to get on a scooter, ride home, we have that option, assuming any of these are charged. Let's see here. Oh, look at that one. It's got full charge on it. This one's not showing anything, probably dead. And this one's fully charged. Wow, fully charged 2 times. You don't see that very often. But we're not going to get on a scooter. We're going to walk. Down to one viewer. I bet it's Brandon. I bet Brandon is still in here. Wait. Model citizen using the crosswalk. No trash can in the area. Yes, me. Yeah, it's Brandon. Wow. Why would you? Never mind. Why would somebody be that rude? Drive a vehicle that loud. That was deafening when he went by me. That was really rude. Obnoxiously loud diesel. They're going to get the left turn first, I think. Nope, we get to go first. Here we go. I never figure out these crosswalks. Sometimes you get to go first, sometimes the left turners do. Who knows? I'm in this guy's way, but, oh well, I got the signal. Hi, Red. Welcome in. Good evening. We're doing a little walk. We're at 15th and Lewis, heading back west. We're going to head to Utica and back south to home. So it's going to be a 9-mile walk today, or so. 9 miles today. It's one of my bigger walks. My record's 12-something. As you can see, the sky's really dark. We're not going to get a good sunset today. Cloudy, overcast. 73 degrees, though. 73, a little bit of a breeze, but it's a cool breeze. It's a nice breeze. It's not cold or anything. And the air feels like a storm's brewing. But I think we're supposed to get storms tomorrow, and we're gonna do a storm chase stream tomorrow. That'll be fun. We'll gas up the car and chase a little bit. It'll be fun. I used to do that for fun, and I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. Try to stay out of other people's way. Try to stay out of the real storm chaser. Basically, I'll try to find Reed Timmer and stay on his tail, quarter mile back or something. That guy can find tornadoes like nobody's business. So if we can find Reed Timmer and the Dominator, just follow him around from a discreet distance. Always a good plan. Fire up his live stream, find out where he is, and go find him. Hi, Jeff Spicoli. Any word on the Lowell suit yet? Any word on the Lowell suit? I wonder with bated breath. Oh, look at this place. That's got to be some kind of office building, yeah. Some kind of business. AAA office over there. Oh my gosh, that's the gas center. This is the German American Society of Tulsa. That's where I've played polka stuff there. Forgot it was right here. Gosh, I forgot where I was. 15th and Lewis, okay. Gas center. That's where me and the last ex had a lot of good times together. She was very into the whole German band thing, polka band. I went along because, I play tuba and all. Always a place for a tuba player in a German polka band. Red says, I don't know the temperature, but my AC kicked on. Well, it's probably 80-ish. Of course, down there, it's humid every day. I remember my 2 summers in Orlando. It'd be 95 degrees with 100% humidity, and there was a thunderstorm every day at 4 o'clock. You could watch the radars. They were just like popcorn. There was a thunderstorm every day at 4 o'clock, which was usually about when I was on the World Band or the All-American Show Band. That was usually about our last set of the day. I did many a show in thunderstorms with an electric bass in my hand, outside. Because by God, if we can get this show in, we're gonna do it. That's the Disney way, man. We don't care if your bass gets wet. We'll buy you a new one. Look at there, folks. Electrolyte Zero, Strawberry Banana, not a sponsor. Here's the Oklahoma Alliance for Animals. Look at that. Doggies and kitties. And also the We Buy Ugly Houses. We got one of those next to my place. These are springing up everywhere. K Massage, okay? Parking in the back. Come on in, it's Flourish Wellness. Come on in, get a massage. Got family dentistry over here. There's a lot of medical places around here. Functional Medicine of Tulsa. A lot of medicine places, a lot of doctor clinics, doctor's offices. There's a Warren Clinic up ahead of me. We're in the area of the big hospitals, so there's going to be a lot of medical offices. Excuse me, that was me. Excuse me. There you go, Adam Carroll, Legal PC. So basically an attorney's office built into a house. Cool. Wow, this said Warren Clinic, but I can't imagine that's a Warren Clinic. That is abandoned as can be. And that's just a house, man. What in the world? Did you say gay massage parking in the back? Yeah, that's exactly what it said. Gay massage. Gay massage. That's what it said. I think it's just a massage parlor. It said a massage parlor. A lot of law offices in this part. I mean, yeah, Irwin Law Office, Bruce Norton. Something law office down there. It's ironically near hospitals. I wonder why that would be. Ironically near the hospitals. A lot of people suing. We're just walking down 15th Street trying to get back to Utica. I can show you fashionable Utica Square up here. Speaking of bougie neighborhoods we like to go through, fashionable Utica Square. Here's another name, they call it Cherry Street. And you'll see here the Cherry Street Surgery Center. Oh look, stem cell. Here we go, folks. This one's for you, Jess, if you're watching out there. Stem Cell Therapies of Oklahoma. There we go. It's all right here. It's the stem cell place. They're too big to get in through your skin, though. They're too big to get through the skin, so you're going to have to inject them or something. Gay massage, parking in the back. Yeah, I said that. Speaking of things that remind me of Jess, here's a spa. She loves traveling. She loves spas. So you can come here at the, I'm not sure if it's the Yumi Spa or the Yummy Spa, but Mind, Body, Skin. Did you know skin is the biggest organ in the body? Red Feather, were you aware that skin is the biggest organ in your body? I just want to make sure you knew that. That skin is the largest organ in the body. Are you aware of that, Red? Hello, tap, tap, taps this thing on. Hello? Testing, 1, 2, testes, 1, 2, 3. Testes, 1, 2, testes, 1, 2, 3. You did know that. Okay, good. Good to know. I just want to make sure everyone is aware that skin is the largest organ in the body. Gosh, I hope I don't get rained on. It's getting kind of dark. It is 5 o'clock, but it doesn't get dark. It doesn't sunset till 6:30ish. So I hope there's not a storm rolling in. Somebody check the radar and see if there's a rain or storm clouds rolling into Tulsa. It looks a little dicey up there. Looks like it could start pissing on me at any moment. Luckily, we're coming up on Utica and start walking south back home. Oh my gosh, another stem cell place. I feel like it's a stem cell palooza in here. Look at here. It's a thing now. It's like on all the signs. Behavioral Innovations Stem Cell Treatment Center. My God, it's everywhere, folks. Family health care across the street. They do stem cells too. Stem Cell Treatment Center. Right next to the Hello Salon. Hello. We're a salon. At least they don't. It's not that serious. It's way too overcast for tornadoes here right now. You have to have that. You have to have that afternoon heating, getting the surface air really warm, so that it's a huge contrast with the cold air aloft, and that's when you get the spin when you have large changes in temperature with elevation. Sorry, I'm going to bore you with some weather shit, but that's when you get rotating supercells, and this environment's not for that. But there is plenty of juice in the air for some heavy thunderstorms, and that's what I'm more concerned about. Is the abortion clinic right next door? I'm sure it is. I'm sure you can get that done most any of these places. Now, that said, it is Oklahoma, so good luck finding a provider. Good luck. Up ahead of me is all the Cherry Street stuff, where all that bougie stuff I was talking about is. We're not going to go all the way up there. We're going to go back down to Utica. We could go all the way up to Peoria, but I don't want to. I don't know how far Utica will go, honestly. At some point, we're going to have to go back over to Utica or Lewis, one or the other. I know it doesn't go all the way through. Simmons Bank, folks. Look at that. That's a tall-ass building. And to my left, Arvest Bank. Lots of banks, also near hospitals. Find that interesting. Abortion clinic and stem cells. Yeah, right next to each other. It's quite a coincidence. It's almost like one supplies the other. Wouldn't know anything about that. People honking horns, not happy. Honking their horns, not happy today. Looky here, folks. Elias and Elias. Seems like an extra waste of space. Couldn't you just call it the Elias Law Firm? I mean, I get it. It's father and son or husband and wife or something, but what's wrong with the Elias Law Center? You know? Elias and Elias just sounds kind of pretentious to me. Landon, do you have gallstones? That seems random. Oh, yeah, you were reacting to that comment about eating something greasy. I see it now. Excuse me, that was me. Dapper. A salon and spa company. They're Dapper. We're gonna go behind this car because I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna hold this person up. See there? I let him go, see? That was nice of me. I'm a nice guy. Only people tell you I'm a creep. I'm a nice guy. I get out of people's way because, I'm cognizant of my surroundings. There's another salon, Cypress Avenue Salon. We're doing haircuts in there. Doing haircuts, we're doing nails. We're soaking in something over here. Interesting little place. I just randomly ask if they have gallstones. Hey, look, the UPS store. They'll print, ship, pack, everything in one place. UPS store, folks. And across the street, the Roca Cafe, I think. Bar and grill. Some kind of eatery. Some kind of place to get something, Something. And here's the Utica Park Urgent Care. If I was to take a spill and, cut open my head on the sidewalk, we could just go right in there and get that taken care of. Nobody in their waiting room at all. It's a light day, folks. Light day at the Utica Urgent Care. Not much going on. Some old houses there. Nobody's living in, apparently. Apartments or something. And the OSU Clinical Research. OSU Center for Health Sciences. Wonder what they do in there. research, I guess. It's a child learning center I can see back there. Some kind of. I was wondering why they had such an extensive playground. They observe children. Red says, my mom had to get her gallbladder removed about 4 years ago. That sounds like messy business. Messy, messy, messy business. Messy, messy, messy. And here we are at Utica Dental. Probably stem cell research. Yeah, on the children? Is that what they're doing? Here's a St. John Urgent Care. I've been there several times. That's when I used to go when I got a little buggy. Got a little bug in me. They give me some medicine, make me feel better. Urgent Care. Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got the sniffles. Can you help me out? Here's some antibiotics. Here's a script for some penicillin. Now go home. Amoxicillin, whatever. Been in there. They took it out through her belly button. Wow. Again, sounds like messy business. Folks, here's the Allergy Clinic of Tulsa. We got Jane Purser, James Love, Lodi Nymed, Timothy Nickel, Catherine Brown, Ahmad Murad, and Brandon C. Humble. All your doctors are at the Allergy Clinic of Tulsa. I'm sure they get plenty of business. A lot of people down here are allergic to shit. I don't know why. Let's, Utica's gonna bottom out up there at 21st, so let's see if we can get across the street. Check out this lovely little park over across the street. We never walked by there. We're gonna jaywalk. Somebody alert bum. We are preparing to jaywalk across Utica Avenue. Hopefully this person just keeps driving there. They can see they didn't pause for me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for being conscious of what was going on. Didn't like slow down like I was gonna walk in front of them. And across the street here is a Swan Lake City Park. Hopefully this comes out at Peoria over there. We can just go this way. But it looks like something nice to walk by and document. You would request Dr. Humble. I like the guy with the more Middle Eastern name. Ahmadi Rahmad, whatever I said. You know he's going to be good. You know he was top of his class. Is that racist? I don't know. Is that racist to think Middle Eastern people are better at sciences? It happens to be true. Happens to be the truth. Okay, here we go. We got a duck crossing up here. See the sign? Duck crossing. Here we go, folks. Ducks in the area. It's a duck crossing. Let's look at the sign here. Help protect our ponds. Please don't feed the waterfowl, it says. Here's why. Human feeding causes poor health, spread of diseases, unnatural and aggressive behavior, and on and on and on. Here's how you can help. Keep your distance and don't try to interact with wildlife. Don't feed waterfowl or any other wild animals in parks. Keep parks clean by putting food scraps and waste in trash cans or taking it home with you. Good advice if you're going to visit Swan Lake of Tulsa here. Leave the ducks the hell alone. That's what that whole sign could have been summarized with, leave the ducks the hell alone. But no, it said be real wordy. Super wordy. But anyway, no fishing. I know we don't want you fishing in there. This is Swan Lake of Tulsa, folks. Can you hear the Tchaikovsky in the background? Yeah. That's from that's from that other thing he did. The one they play at Christmas all the time. The Nutcracker Suite. Thank you. I figured it out. That was from the Nutcracker, not Swan Lake. We got some ducks. We have ducks. The sign told me to leave them alone, so I'm just gonna document. Apparently it's fine to harass the swans. Well, if you're Nick Bravo, yeah. There you go, folks. Cleaning themselves on the hill. I introduced to you 2 white ducks, and they're walking my way. They're coming to me. Is this some of that unnatural behavior they were talking about on the sign? Because I don't have any food. They're saying, they think I'm going to feed them, see? People throw bread at them and shit. Cool fountains. Yeah, I thought so. Let's come over here and get a better look at the fountains. Oh, we got some mallard geese over here. Got some geese. They're mean. Geese can be very aggressive. Look at that. There's one there in the middle. Look at that. Got 4 little springs and several little springs in the middle there feeding the big spring. Excuse me, that was me. Ah, much better. I got it. And over here, a couple of Canadian geese ready to make trouble. There's Daddy over there, but look at these guys. I can tell by looking at you guys, you're troublemakers, aren't you? Look at that. Honk, honk. He thinks I'm going to feed him, but it's not going to happen. Honk, honk. Don't seem disturbed by my human presence whatsoever. I think bread is really bad for the birds, and yet people still feed them. In fact, I see a parent and child down here interacting with 2 geese. There's another one pecking at the ground, waddling around. And you'll see in front of me here, a parent and child interacting with 2 geese. Oh, here's one right by the gate. That's a mallard. That's a duck. See how they're all just hanging up here by the fence line? That tells me people feed them. Oh, this one's very aggressive. Very aggressive. Aggressive birds. Yep, see, he's on me. He thought I was going to give him some bread or something. Hey. Fun to look at, though. Fun to look at. Big old Canadian geese. Everybody lives here has statues of ducks and geese in their yards, which I find very amusing. If you want to feed them, yeah, go to the store and get fish food pellets or something they can digest, yeah. Better yet, just leave them the hell alone. Again, I think they could have digested that whole sign down to leave the ducks the hell alone. But it's funny because they come right up to you. They're so used to being fed. Now there's a little wood duck. See the little wood duck? He's gray, and then there's a mallard with the green head and a Canadian goose coming up the hill here. Oh, well, that's a little wood duck in front there, followed by his mallard brother. The seagulls here hang out at McDonald's. Yeah, people feed them fries. They get the spillage. This one's got a lot to say. Honk, honk, honk. Yeah, I don't have any food for you, so moving along. Moving on along. Moving on along. The little wood duck was cute, though. Nice big open space. I bet they get frogs and snakes and all kinds. Oh, is that a turtle? Is that a real turtle? Yeah, look, we got turtle family over here. Are they real or are they fake? I can't tell yet. I'm pretty sure those are real turtles. See that one? Couple on this branch. Those are real turtles, folks. Used to go swimming in Turtle Creek. Man, those snappers all around my feet. Sure was hard getting across that thing with both hands on my ding-a-ling-a-ling. I don't know if you knew the song. It's a female mallard. Yeah, there you go. And we're coming out on East Swan Drive. Well, there's a surprise. We're on Swan Drive, folks. We're lost. We need to get back to Peoria so we can get home. Utica does not go through. I remembered as I was walking. It bottoms out at the hospitals over there. But we'll go up this little side street here and up to 21st and get on over to Peoria and get home. Could have been a female mallard. You're probably right. Definitely a mallard, though. Tell by the green head and the duck body. That's a mallard. The brown one was a wood duck. Wonder why they call them wood ducks. They live in wood or something. Like nests in wood. Wood duck. As opposed to your white ducks, which are just as far as I know, ducks. with the ones with the orange head. Some of them get really large and get knobs on their beak. Those are the aggressive ones. They're mean. Big white ducks are mean with orange heads, or not orange heads, orange beaks. The ones with the bright orange beak, they're mean. They'll chase you and bite you. Snap at you. Brown one was you think the brown one was the female mallard? I thought that would be a wood duck. I can't remember my Boy Scouts. It was 40 years ago. You're probably right. More like 45. 45 years ago as a Boy Scout. This guy's moving. I'm gonna get out of his way. Because again, I'm a nice guy. A creep would have just stayed in his way. Oh, it's a lady. Never mind. Bow to the lady. The brown one was a female mallard. You're probably right. I'm probably just talking out my ass, but what else are you gonna do on these walking streams? Make a lot of assumptions. Hey, Red, did you see the stream last night where on Jess's stream where I proved I'm not, hi, how you doing, 1313? Did you see that part? Because I bet Slayer Chow won't acknowledge it. That he was a liar. And whoever that guy is probably don't like me very much, and I don't care, but every time he goes in a chat, people harass him like he's me. People harass the guy, say a bunch of shit to him like he's me. And I'm sure he brushes off. That's got to be damned annoying. They accuse him of all kinds of things. Hey, why did you do that to Vaughn? Why did you give money to Vaughn? It's like, dude, I'm not Todd. And now for anybody that cares about things that are true, I demonstrated conclusively that's not me. You can't be in a chat typing while I'm sitting there live on stream, feet up, hands out, clearly not typing. It's somebody else, man. Rewound to the beginning but didn't see it all. I don't blame you. It's almost unwatchable, almost 5 hours. And I'll own the fact that I'm not the most interesting guy to watch on stream either, but hey, I was in there participating. Trying to. After a while, you just kind of give up, Here we are on 21st Street, folks. It's a loud, major artery. Up ahead at the base of this hill is the intersection of 21st and Peoria, and that is our destination for right now. I've been streaming almost 2 hours. Red says, I used to like Slayer, but since he's been hanging with certain folk, he's become insufferable, yeah. Insufferable is probably the best word. Just so damn dogmatic and so damn wrong about most everything. I can tolerate a lot, I can take a joke. But the level he goes to is just outrageous, man. Why are you bothering? Video after video after post after post after video after post about me. Dude, I'm not that interesting. Cool house on the left. That one, yeah, look at that. Nice. There's a lot of cool houses around here. I think I'm gonna get across the street while the getting's good. Yep, nobody coming that way. Plenty of room this way. We're gonna get over. Gotta cross the street anyways. Oh, and of course this guy's turning. Why wouldn't he be? I'm in his way. Why wouldn't he be? There we go, a couple of fast steps and we're out of the picture. Look here, folks, Woodward Park improvements. They're building all kinds of new stuff. Oh, looky here. World War I Memorial from the Tulsa chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. You notice it just said World War. So that plaque was probably created before it was World War I. Because until we had World War II, there was no World War I. That tells you how old that plaque is. World War 1917 to 1919. Yeah, Red, you unsubbed from him. I did too, but he tags me. He tags me all the time. And when somebody tags you, whether you have them blocked or not, it's going to give you a notification. Okay, it sucks, YouTube. Fix that shit, YouTube. If I block someone, I don't want to see their notifications. I think that'd be understood, but apparently it's not. I would love to have walked you through Woodward Park, but they got it all cordoned off. And improve our Tulsa. No unauthorized entry. We can't be going in there. They're fixing stuff. It's a nice little park out here, but I can't show it to you because it's off limits. Sorry, I didn't want to spend my stream talking about Slayer Chow. Just came up when I was thinking about that jet stream last night. Unlike someone else, I'm not going to obsessively make video after video about the guy. Looking at you, weather guy. I know you're probably watching. Make some more videos about me, dude. It's working out so well for you, isn't it? So much good content. Dozens of viewers. Not that I can say anything about getting viewers, because it's not the point, but I think it's pretty clear nobody cares about videos about me. Now, I'm making videos, walking and showing people stuff, and if nobody cares about that, no harm done, no foul. But if I was making video after video about, say, Shannon, and I was getting 30 viewers, I'd probably figure out pretty fast, nobody cares about this. But that's just me. Because I can recognize and take feedback when I get it. Other people seem to struggle with it. Yeah, they're making a new path or something here. I see a lot of rock for asphalt, maybe. Pumping water or pumping it into something. Putting in some big old new sewer channels. Lots going on here at the Woodward Park. Construction is underway, folks. I bet they take the day off tomorrow afternoon. There's going to be some bad weather up here. And again, for those watching, tomorrow we're going to do a storm chase. Speaking of, Red says, I got a couple of funny screenshots from Jess's stream. Fantastic. Funny screenshots are always delightful. We can walk in a little of the park. They got a section of it here you can still get through. This is like Pokemon Go territory over here. And abandoned couches. Look at that. We need an abandoned couch, anyone? I wouldn't recommend sitting on it. Probably got bed bugs or something. Well, we can walk through part of the park here. See if we can figure out what they're doing. I think it looks like they're making a new pool or something. Maybe maybe a fountain. Look at all these little levels. They're putting rock slabs down and making levels to stuff. So we got some kind of little fountain, I bet. We'll find out when it's finished, I guess. Save them from when you're feeling pretty, or feeling petty, yeah. There you go. Save those for when you're feeling petty. Here's the little statue out here we can look at. It appears to be a Native American mounted on a horse with a bridle, which is kind of, not traditional, but oh well. Appeal to the Great Spirit. Sculptor is Cyrus E. Dallin. 1907, man. This sculpture's from 1907. That's the year Oklahoma became a state. Look at that. Pretty impressive work. Statue from 1907 out here in the middle of Tulsa. All right, folks, Peoria ahead and the long walk back south. The long walk home is upcoming. Battery power is stable at 85%. Plugged into my power pack. We could do this all day. We've been going right at 2 hours now. 119 minutes and 27 seconds. That's close to 2 hours. It'd be 120. We're right there, folks. I think we got probably another hour to go. About an hour, maybe a hair more than that, to walk back. We'll see some more nice sights on the way home. This side of Woodward Park, they're still working on. There's a guy in his little Bobcat or whatever. Yeah, it's Bobcat. Backhoe, moving some dirt. What a job. You scoop dirt from over here and bring it over here. Scoop Scoop some dirt, bring it over here. Scoop some dirt, bring it over here. All day long. Scoop some dirt, bring it over here. You guys, spread the dirt. What a job, folks. You guys spread the dirt. Hey, you know what? The Philbrook Museum's up here. We can check that out if you guys want to. Maybe another time. It's 5:30. I think I just want to get home. Right now, when I get home, it's going to be starting to get dark, and I'm getting a little hungry. So we're going to bypass the Philbrook Museum for today. Maybe another day we'll get up here and take you on a little tour. It's kind of neat. Is it the Philbrook or the Gilcrease? I can't remember. I think it's the Philbrook. I'm probably wrong, as usual. We'll find out at the front gate over there. I'm probably wrong as usual. I don't come up here much. And I'm not from Tulsa, so I don't know the place like the back of my hand quite yet. And frankly, I've never walked this way, so it's all new to me too. Look at all the daffodils or tulips, whatever these are. Yellow blossoms, we'll just say. Some kind of flowering plant. Taking root here on the side of the hill. What kind of museum? I think it's a Tulsa Historical Society museum. Tulsa history stuff. I'm sure it's got an art section too, an art museum section, but I think it's mostly devoted to historical documents, photographs, pictures, paintings, that kind of stuff. Sculptures. History of Tulsa. Daffodils. Yeah, that was my first thought. Up here is the Tulsa Rose Garden. I've been in there before. Checked it out. It's really nice up there. I just don't want to take the time right now because I just want to get home. I'm afraid I'm going to get rained on anyway. And I got an hour walk, so I'm just going to get to it. Tulsa Rose Garden right there. They have various, I think I've played a gig here before. Various functions here. I think I remember playing an outdoor gig at the Tulsa Rose Garden. Something or other. Wedding reception, probably. Wedding deal, most likely. Seems like a place for that. And up here's the entrance to the museum. We'll see more about it and see if I was right that it's Philbrook. I think it's Philbrook. Because I think Gilcrease is up in way farther north. I think a lot of things, and I'm wrong a lot of the time. So, 24th and Peoria, folks. We're making way. Yeah, sure enough, Philbrook Museum. And right here is the entrance to, as I was talking, the Museum of Tulsa History. Yeah, you'll see the sign when I get up there. Museum of Tulsa History. That's what this place is devoted to. Wish I had time to walk you through. We'll do it another day, I promise. We'll get up this way again, and I'll treat singles of viewers to a tour of the Museum of Tulsa History in the Philbrook. I think that's the Museum of Tulsa History. That's the Philbrook. Goes that way. Or the Philbrook's even farther up. There you go, folks. There's the sign. Museum of Tulsa History. Not surprisingly, a Native American design. It's a big part of Tulsa history, of course. There's another little sign for the museum. Any idea why the edge of the sidewalk is bricks? Oh, hi, Jess. Sorry, I just saw you. No, it's just, this is probably an homage to the original street. I bet that those cobblestones, if you will, are part of the original street. Would be my guess. There's the Five Moons Garden, sponsored by the Osage Casino and Hotel. Of course, I got to get a plug in. Osage Casino probably paid $1 million to restoration of the Museum of Tulsa History. And yeah, we'll put a little thing out there for you. You can put something native. We'll call it the Five Moons Garden. There's five gals in different yoga poses mooning you. That's why they call it the Five Moons. See, you can see one of the moons. Full moon in the back there. Get it? 5 moons. I'm a funny guy. Don't let everybody tell you different. I'm a funny guy. Even off the cuff, I can wing it. Here's some of those beautiful homes we've been talking about as we get more back into the high dollar district of Tulsa. There's a ton of oil money down here, folks. I'll just point you down that street for an example. Again, not exactly mansions, but you know, close to it. Definitely multi-million-dollar homes. Several multi-million. Somebody's cooking. I smell meat on a grill. I smell meat on a grill. I heard I'm a fun guy. Yeah. I leave much room for doubt. They're probably grilling in there. There is much room for doubt that I am indeed a fun guy. But I'll take your word for it. I think this might be the entrance to the Philbrook up here. Nope, it's just 26th Street. The Philbrook's somewhere back there in the residential area. Somewhere back there. Yeah, I think that's probably the original road, and they just wanted to keep a piece of it intact from the horse and buggy days. But the horse and buggies traveled on those little bricks or cobblestones, whatever you want to call them. Or somebody just designed it this way. Thought bricks would look good. I could send a letter to the mayor if you really want to know. Hey, what's the deal with the bricks on going down Peoria on the east side of the road? What's up with that? Ask the mayor, he'll know. This is cool on this wall. Like every now and then there's a brick that's just jutting out, and it's by design, but I find it interesting. It's a little place to put your drink. Some of them jut out far enough you can stick a drink on them. Maybe not. Oh well, I've got a lime scooter coming. Get out of the way. Okay. Get the heck out of the way. So I don't know the point of those yellow squares on the sidewalk either. Around here they get super slippery. Yeah, these things that when it transitions from sidewalk to street, they do get slippery when it rains. You don't want to step on those, and I don't know the point either. To let blind people know they're about to walk in the street, maybe? Maybe it's an aid for the visually impaired. Those in Powder Ford on Amazon. Oh my gosh. Powder Ford. Anyway, beautiful houses around here. Large multi-bedroom homes. Most of which have 2 or 3 people living in them. Because they're the great-great-granddaughter of some oil baron from 1910. And they just inherited the house, and it's a pain in the ass. But they live there anyway because the family wants them to keep it up, Yeah, Jess, I was showing the stem cell clinics earlier. Go rewind about 30 minutes. I walked by several stem cell places and spas, and I thought of you. I thought, hey, Jess will find that interesting. Look, stem cells. Anyway, Jess, no fooling. Thanks for coming and chatting. I told Nate earlier, man, I came and watched her. She can come and watch me, right? Fair is fair. Give me a little engagement. So I do appreciate you coming by. Oh, here's the entrance to the Philbrook right up here. So that wasn't the Philbrook at all. That was just the Museum of Tulsa History. And up here is the Philbrook Museum, which is probably more of an modern art gallery kind of thing. Not necessarily modern, but I'm going to say it's more of an art museum. Whereas the Tulsa History one is obviously about Tulsa history. There's a sign by the entrance over there that says, "Museum visitors live longer." Okay. I think I know why that might be. Museum visitors tend to be among the richest people in the demographics. So, you got more money, you can get better medical care, you're probably going to live longer. So that was kind of an elitist thing for them to say, but okay. Here it is. Oh, that's not the Philbrook. Somebody lives there. Philbrook Museum is up 27th Street here, and like I said, it's kind of in the residential area. It's like another house or something. It's pretty impressive. I've been there before. There's a lot of neat stuff to see. Philbrook.org if you want to check it out. That's PHILBROOK.org. Philbrook Museum. It's waiting for you. You can go check them out. They're up there. We, on the other hand, are going to keep walking towards home. We're almost 31st. Almost got 1 mile knocked out, 2 to go. Really 3, because we still got to get back to I don't live on Peoria. I've got to get back to where my house is. I work on Peoria. I don't live on Peoria. We're at 28th in Peoria. Wow, that guy hit a curb pretty hard. Probably just destroyed the toe end on his back right tire. Good job, dude. Enjoy your alignment fee. $175 for an alignment most places. More than that if you got to put parts on it. Could have broken his rear right sway bar link. He hit the curb that hard. Startled me. Scared me. He scared me. He scared me. He scared me. Oh, I know what's coming up on Peoria here. The All Souls Unitarian Church, where I have attended many times. I've done competitions in their building. And it's also where, don't tell anybody, but if you've ever heard of the Thinking Atheist, he attends here. Seth, God, I can't remember his last name. Seth something. Maybe bends his wheel. It's possible. Seth, what's his last name? The Thinking Atheist. Occasionally we'll attend church services here. And I've met him there. I've talked to the guy. He's a cool dude. It's been years, but I feel like I still know the guy. Recognize me on the street. Wow, that's a large bus that's really going to mess up. The road's so thin here. What in the world would a bus like that be going up in there? Oh well, who knows? Maybe they're going to the Philbrook, huh? Seth Andrews, thank you, Lusty. Lusty with the quick Google search there. Seth Andrews, nice guy. Genuinely nice guy, easy to talk to, friendly. The Thinking Atheist does a really good podcast. I'll give him a little shout out. Check out the Thinking Atheist podcast on YouTube. Go subscribe, watch. It's fantastic content. Well, up here on the right is the place where you can find Seth Andrews, the Thinking Atheist. If you're interested in having a discussion with him, come to a church service at All Souls Unitarian here. It's really interesting church. It's very world religion based. It's not judgmental. It's not particularly denominational. It's Unitarian, so it's more about community than the religious aspects of most churches. Worth a shot. Worth your time. This Sunday, the talk will be on reweaving the world. Reweaving the world. It's a tapestry, and we are in charge of weaving it, folks. Everyone do their part, reweaving the world. And thank you for coming in, Lusty. It's good to see you. I'm spending my vacation hurting my back out here walking. Not real sure why, but we're doing a 9-miler today. Felt like I had some energy at the beginning, and now it's sapping quickly. But right there it is. All Souls Unitarian Church. That part of the church I'm showing you now is where the little music hall is, where we've done several competitions. Mostly with the OSU trombone players. Lots of good memories. All Souls Unitarian Church. UU. There you go. Thank you for linking this channel, Lusty. Lusty's always a great gal, always on top of everything I need. Appreciate the help. And check him out. Okay, we've made it to 30th in Peoria. Another milestone down. 31st in Peoria home would be nothing. We do that all the time. Coming back from the gathering place. Gathering place is literally only about a quarter of a mile that way. No, it's a full mile. I'm stupid. Riverside's all the way down there. It's a mile to Riverside right here. I don't know why I thought it was so close. It's a mile west of me. I think that guy chipped the curb too. These really narrow lanes make it hard to get around people. Still bricks on the side of the road. It's a Peoria thing. It's something they enjoy, I guess. Whoever designed the sidewalks here. I'm just glad to have a sidewalk. Dark clouds are going away. The sun's actually peeking out. I don't feel bad at all about rain chances now. But I want to get home and watch the chasing in southwestern Oklahoma. I bet they're firing up down there. Lots of big naders today. Got to get back to watching the shows before the daylight goes away, because I can't see anything. Big naders today, big naders here tomorrow. Supposed to be. High elevated risk of severe storms, including long track tornadoes. Probably just a design choice. Yeah, probably. I know in some parts of the town they've kept the original, horse and buggy type roads as a preservation sort of thing. There's, parts of them, not the whole thing, of course. Oh, slowing down, man. I'm getting tired. Across the street, you can see the Dr. Indu Dayal Meshri Park. Dr. Indu Dayal Meshri. Dr. Indu Dayal Meshri Park. Man, it's got a park named after him. A little gazebo in it. Oh my goodness, 31st in Peoria. Here we are. Wait, it says. Well, I wish I had somewhere to sit while I was waiting. Weight loss still going well? Yeah, right at 171.4 this morning, I think. I'll do a weigh-in to post with my my walking time and distance and everything. When I get home, I'll do a little weigh-in. Weight loss is proceeding, yes. The terzepatide seems to have gotten me off the plateau. I could not get off 180 for the longest time. Now it's been 1 or 2 pounds a week, so definitely working.
East 31st Street.
Here we go. Just have to be patient with weight loss, especially when you get towards the end of it. These minor body mass changes, it takes time. 1 to 2 pounds a week is about the best you can hope for. When I started back at 235, boy, it was coming off in buckets. But you can't expect that to continue for a while. That was back when I was doing a lot of treadmilling and hopping around. Some people have made some videos making fun of me doing exercises, but it was worth it. It's worth the ribbing. People want to make fun of me doing exercises in my house, sweating and panting hard. Yeah, that's fine. Make fun of me all you want, but I got something out of it that you can't take away. Like I said, I can take a joke, but after the 200th time you've posted that video of me doing the exercise in my house, yeah, it's kind of lost its lacquer. My goal weight's now 165. It was originally 170, but I think I can make 165 easily. And 165 is my high school weight, and also it's about the upper limit of normal for me. For my height, weight, and age, or my height and my age, and sex, male, 165 is at the upper end of healthy weight. As of right now, at 171.4, I'm overweight. Isn't that wild? I'm actually overweight still. And I got skin hanging off me all over the place. I got a waddle now. Some people called you inspiring. Yeah, and then made fun of you. Not to mention any names. TJ. I did a video about that. Called me inspiring, then made fun of me. Okay, well, have it both ways, dude. Makes you look like a hypocrite. I try not to be hypocritical, I really do. And I acknowledge it when I know I'm being hypocritical, and I'll say that up front. There's sometimes, yes, I understand I'm being hypocritical. But I really do try to be sensitive about that. Doing way better than I should say so, but it's a fairly low bar, Red Feather. That's quite a low bar, honestly. We're gonna walk through the bougie section that is Brookside. Or not Brookside, Brooktown, I think. The Brooktown subdivision. It's something else, man. A lot of bougie shops. A lot of bougie places down here, man. Salons and hippie stuff and little things. Hey, Jess. Yeah, repetitive, the cringy drama. Yeah, I mean it's funny the first time or two, or five, but Jesus Christ, After a while, everybody's sick of hearing it. And then there's the other people that aren't even trying to be funny. They're just so obsessed with the most minute shit that nobody else cares about. Bizarre to me. Just bizarre to me. But, rather than try to understand it, you just sweep it under the rug and get it out of your life. This is the bougie part of town. Yeah, it is. You'd think the road, without respect to how nice the civil engineering department does down here in Tulsa, this is definitely the bougie part. See across the street there at Shades of Brown Coffee Place? It's about as hippie a joint as you can find. There's the Three Tequilas Mexican Grill. There's just, everything's a little on the bougie side down here. I'll show you what I mean. We usually come down that other side when we're heading to the gathering place, but today I'll take you on a tour of the east side of Brookside and Peoria. And you'll see what I mean. Bougie little shops. Here's the Brooktown Brewery. Beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Okay. You would think the roads would be better. That takes money, Here we go, bougie shop number 1. Purple glaze and the donut hole. Pottery, painting, artworks. The donut hole, you got another little bar here, but it's a bougie sort of bar. Look at this place, Edible. A little cake shop, Brookside by day. You're starting to get it? Bougie little shops. Torchy's Mexican over there. Churchill Cigar Lounge. There's little Urban Outfitters and other little clothing shops. Dunwell Sushi. Look at this, you got a sushi chef right up there in the middle. It's very bougie. Pretty flowers, yeah. Here's an old vaudeville theater that they converted into a restaurant. Restaurant and bar. Jimmy's Chop House, BB Nails and Spa, Roost Sports Bar. Everything's just kind of got that little, I don't know, hippie quality to it. Well-to-do, maybe not hippie, but well-to-do. Bougie, I can't think of a better word. It's bougie. Everything down here is bougie. Power Life, yoga, bar, fitness. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. I'd side-eye a restaurant called Edible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got yoga clothes in there and just Sharkies, you know. What a name for a little bar. Another little clothes shop with a place for kids to play in it. It's just weird. First class, always free. Shop in for a free class card. Okay. Another little bar and grill. It's not bad, it's just weird. Look at that over there, Lululemon clothing store. Lululemon. Full of sweaters and stuff. Sweaters and Birkenstocks. Cargo pants. Sweaters and cargo pants, man. Look at this, look at this. Just look in the windows. It's like they're trying to be like New York or something, but not really pulling it off. Because we're in Tulsa. You know, they're trying so hard to be like New York bougie, New York upscale. Like we're trying to be 42nd Street here, but we can't. We can't pull it off. And these, you know, most of these places are open from like 2 to 6 or something. It's such a European flavor to everything. Watch those concrete planters. Yeah, you don't want to hit your leg on one. No kidding. Look at that. Bam! Ow! Those are thick. Although I will say, Mondo's Italian restaurant across the street here, one of the best Italian restaurants in the country. The guy is authentic. I say the guy. I'm sure they got plenty of cooks hired that use his recipes, but it is some fantastic Italian food there at Mondo's. It's very, very pricey. You can't tell, but it's a little hard to get in there because it's always booked solid. Dinner by reservation. You don't just walk into Mondo's. And of course, the obligatory Starbucks and Jimmy John's, BMO, you know, those kind of banking place. There's a Quick Trip stuck in the middle of. We're kind of getting out of bougie central now, although Trader Joe's and Charleston's restaurant and stuff like that's still up there. All the mannequins have blank looks on their faces. Yeah, like I said, it's this New York aesthetic. It's like we're really upscale, and our apartments cost $2,500 a month here or something because that's a thing. I just don't get it. It doesn't really fit in Tulsa, but yet here it is. Here's Brookside. It's kind of plopped into them. And you go a mile south from here, and it's just all homeless people and dirty, nasty neighborhoods. Literally just a mile down the street. So the bougie thing, upscale, doesn't really fit. doesn't really fit with the homelessness and the people getting stabbed and robbed. Never been to New York, wouldn't want to go. I don't blame you. I'm in the way of the bus. Bus is here. Get you out of the way. The Aero bus is here. Nobody getting off. A lot of upset looking people in there. Did not look happy to be on the bus. Wow, check this out. Look at that. It did not end with Epstein. Just plastered on the side of an abandoned church. Welcome to Oklahoma, guys. What the fuck you doing, says Boo Bojang. I'm taking a walk. I'm broadcasting from the bougie center of Southwest Tulsa. Cities are interesting like that, you know, the invisible walls of rich versus poor. Indeed, I've talked about that on a lot of my streams where I'll turn around a corner and it goes from multi-million-dollar homes to like really lower middle-class homes. $35,000 one-stories in the blink of an eye, just going around a corner. It's crazy. And I wonder myself, do the poor kids, you know, ride their bikes over here to play with the rich kids because they have the best toys? I think I would have if I was in the poor neighborhood. Let's go play with Bobby over there. He's got the new PS5. You're welcome, Boo Bojang. You're welcome for the shout out. Welcome to the channel and thank you for engaging. Brookside Cleaners over there. We're already getting poor. Right next to its stash. You know, another uptown. You got a little ice cream place here. It probably costs you $7.50 to get a little scoop of ice cream in there. Because bougie. And then right next door you get a nationwide chain like Raising Cane's plopped in the middle of this bougie stuff. Trader Joe's, you know, the hippie market over there. Can't complain about it. They sold me some decent chicken. Decent chicken. I'll give them that. It's pretty good. Excuse me. That was me. Excuse me. Bet the rich kids aren't allowed to hang out with the poor kids. Yeah, I see the rich kids don't go to the poor neighborhood. The poor kids get on their bikes and ride around the corner to little Bobby who's got the PS5 and then go play with him. See, it only works one way. I bet that happens. So they probably go to the same school. West Side Call, crip up. Okay, I don't think I'll be cripping up today. No crip. Have you seen the guy you're talking to? I don't think I'll be cripping up, but yeah, whatever. West. West Side. I don't think me throwing gang signs is probably recommended for a person of my ethnic persuasion, if you know what I mean. Probably not the best man. Hey look, Tropical Smoothie Cafe and a Five Guys right next to the European Wax Center. You think it's bougie down here? New York Bagel Cafe. Bunch of shops that might think a little too highly of themselves down here. It's not how you do it. Oh, the West Side, I don't care. I'm aware I don't throw the gang sign correctly. Thank you. I'm quite aware. Here, how about that one? West Side? Is that it? Is that better? I didn't grow up here. Now you want to get stuff for smoothies. There you go. I see what I did to you. See what I did to you just by watching my stream. Now you're hungry for a smoothie. Oh my goodness. Sushi Hana, Japanese fusion. Check them out, folks. Charleston's restaurant across the street. And a place that just says, look. How's that working for them? Oh yeah, for lease. A lot of shops last about 8 months down here. And then something else that lasts about 8 months. And so the cycle goes. Sushi Hana. Looks interesting. We've got the posh nails and spa here. We're getting some pedicures. We're hanging out in a chair, just reading a book. There you go. Exactly. Coming up here is the place I get my hair done. I'm gonna get a color job next week. This is my hairstylist here at 38th and Peoria. Just get sushi there. Yeah, you're not going to drive the 15 hours. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's not worth it. Here it is, folks. Supercuts. That's my place of choice. I got their app. It's fabulously easy to get scheduled in. I'm going to get a color next week, probably Wednesday. Boo Bujang asks if I am in the Army Forces. No, not anymore. I was in the Air Force, but that was in the 90s. It's been a minute. You should have caught me 35 years ago. I would have said yes, but today, no, not in the Army Forces. I do have military history, yes. I did my 4 years. I got the DD-214 to show for it. And I have a veteran pin on my AutoZone uniform, so see, that proves I was in the Air Force. Wash. Boo Boo Jang says wash. I'll wash when I get home, though. Not really an appropriate location for me to wash right now. But thank you for being here, I think. And I think the last of our bougie places is the Inheritance Juicing Bar. Inheritance Juice Bar. I got juice, cocktails, and coffee. It says breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I'm not aware that they serve it. It says organic food. Never mind. Organic food and smoothies, of course. Organic food and smoothies here at the Inheritance Juice Bar. And let's not forget all the fun folks here at the Ninda Fun Home. Come to the Ninda Fun Home, folks. Your mom's dead and you don't know where to go. Come to the Ninda Fun Home. I just did them a commercial. I should get some piece of that. Triad Eye Institute across the place. If you need a new set of eyes, come try the Triad Eye Institute. Man, I'm getting tired. 39th and Peoria, folks. We're making headway. But we still have to get back east to my complex, and that's got another mile and a half or so. You don't want inherited juice. The Inheritance Juice Bar doesn't sound appealing to you? My goodness. Man, I'm tired. Oh, there's Reese's. Earlier in the broadcast, I showed you Reese's number 1 down at 15th and Lewis. This is another Reese's. It's a local grocery chain. They got a lot of places around town. Pretty good stuff for the most part. I'm going to stop here and let this guy go so I'm not in their way. Because again, I'm cognizant of things around me. What do I see in the sky? The flight when you was in a mission. Did you see aliens or supernatural? No, neither. I was a military musician. I was in a band, so I didn't fly. I didn't fly anywhere, and I did not see aliens or UFOs or any of that stuff. No, nothing supernatural. Sorry, hate to disappoint. I was a flyboy, but I wasn't a pilot. Not a pilot, this guy, not a pilot. Really no desire to be a pilot. Sounds interesting. I'm not crazy about heights, so probably wouldn't take well to it. Excuse me, that was me. Did I do USO show? No, we did not have USO. My unit was focused mostly on local recruitment. Basically our area of the country. We did little concert town halls and little gazebos on the square and lots of high school auditoriums. Rah, rah, USA, aren't we great? Going to war today, kind of stuff, you know. Lots of little American flags waving out there to the stars and stripes. That was my life for 4 years. You don't like heights, why'd you join the... Well, I got recruited to an Air Force band and I won the audition. Had nothing to do with wanting to fly. It's just the branch that gave me a job, essentially. It says to wait, but I'm not gonna, because I'm getting tired and I want to get home. So I'm not gonna. Oh, this damn Jeep wants to turn. I'm try to get out of their way as soon as possible. What is my most supernatural experience? I don't believe in the supernatural, Boo Bojang. I haven't had any supernatural experiences, and I don't believe anyone can demonstrate the existence of the supernatural. So if you have some evidence that supernatural exists, I'm willing to listen to you. But, you know, if it's a personal experience, like I saw a ghost, that's not going to convince me. We don't really have any way to detect or measure the supernatural, so I don't understand what the point is. Hi, Blue. Welcome back. Oh, my back hurts, folks. This was it's about 2 miles too long today. I should be home right now, sitting down, relaxing. This was about 2 miles too long today. I'm going to be sore to pay for it. But it's no well, right? I'll tell you what's going to be frustrating is when I weighed in this morning at 171.4, I literally have not eaten anything today. I drank some water at home, and I got a electrolyte zero drink and drank about 7/8 of that and threw the rest away. And I bet you I've gained weight today. That gets frustrating. We'll see what happens. I'll do a weigh-in when I get home. Could be wrong. But I was 171.4 at about 11 o'clock this morning. Again, I have not eaten anything today. Not a bite, nothing. Go Mac, eat well. Go Mac. I don't know what that means. Go Mac. Hey, look, it's a super walk. I've got some orange chicken waiting for me at home, though. Humans know only 1% from 100% what's happening in this planet. That's maybe very accurate, but that still doesn't give me any warrant to believe in the supernatural. I don't just believe things because they might be true. It's not the way I think. Well, I mean, we don't know much. We only know 1% of the information. So let's just go ahead and believe in this thing we can't demonstrate. No, it doesn't work for me. Now, usually the next comment is, well, what do you think it is? Or, you know, what's your explanation? I just say, I don't know. When strange shit happens, I just say, I don't know why that happened. I can't explain that. I don't make up something. Well, you can't explain it, so it must be supernatural. Is Bigfoot real? There you go. Hey, Zod. Zod wants to know if Bigfoot is real. I'm going to say what I just said. I don't know. I don't have any warrant to believe that Bigfoot is real, but I can't also say that Bigfoot's not real because I don't have warrant to believe that. I'll wait to believe something when it's been demonstrated. Enough that there's a license to actually believe in it. Now, I read the oil's perfectly, it's fine. The oil's at about 355, and I do check it with a thermometer. It's plenty hot enough. It's a wet batter. You gotta give wet batter stuff a little extra tender care, and I should probably leave it out a little longer to get to room temperature before I fry it. But I'm an impatient person, so I just take a chopstick and dislodge it. Like I said, on the third or fourth batch last night, I figured it out. Next time I make the orange chicken, I know what to do. Best thing to do is just make it way in advance. Let it sit out on a drip pan. I'm getting better. Bigfoot is called different things depending on the region of the earth. And yeah, it's almost like kind of like gods are called different things and have different attributes depending on the area you grow up in. It's funny how that works too, isn't it? Funny that I'm going to believe in something I can't demonstrate, but I'm going to believe the thing that all my ancestors and my generations and my family believed, because that must be true, right? Funny how that works. Billions of people with different experiences, yes, and I do not discount them, but personal revelation is necessarily first person. So somebody else's personal experience, I can't climb inside their mind. I can't experience what they experienced, so no amount of telling me what happened to them is going to convince me that I should believe it. On the other hand, if you tell me you burned your arm on your kitchen stove, and you raise up your arm and show me the burn mark, the scar from where you burned your arm on the kitchen stove, that's demonstrable. Now I believe that you burned your arm on your kitchen stove. If you tell me a ghost came to you last night and entered your body and made you get up and do silly things, I'm going to have a harder time with that one. Even if you have a videotape of you standing up and doing silly things, I'm still going to have a hard time believing that it was a ghost entering your body. Because, see, we just don't have a way to measure that sort of thing. So maybe a bad example, but... Oh. In Florida, they're called skunk apes. Is that like a real species? Skunk apes running around in the swamp? And people call them Bigfoot? Or think they're Bigfoots? I don't know. Bigfoots, sadly, don't want to be public. And how do you know that? Have you spoken to the Bigfoots and the big feet? Have they communicated to you somehow that they don't want to be public? Or are we just assuming things again? Because I'm not the kind of person that's going to entertain a lot of speculation about things I can't possibly know. I'm funny that way. I need something a little more demonstrable than just somebody saying something. People say a lot of stuff. I don't believe very much of it. They communicate with telepathy. That's fantastic. Well, unfortunately, I can't crawl inside your brain and share with you what they communicated with you telepathically, so you can be secure in your own belief, but you're not going to be able to demonstrate it to me, so I'm sorry. Just doesn't work like that. Revelation is necessarily first person. Always. Yeah, I can't know 1/1000th of a percent. You're not wrong, Blue. But you don't have to have boundless knowledge to be a skeptic. Part of being a skeptic, being skeptical, is just not accepting things based on somebody said, or even that something makes sense. The fact that something makes sense doesn't make it the right answer. Things need to be demonstrated to warrant belief in them. I can make up all kinds of theories about, why the moon orbits, or we see the moon pass from east to west in the sky. I can make up a lot of reasons for that. But there's an actual true reason. Boobajang says, angels is with us. Okay. I have no problem with you believing that there are angels with us. I'm not going to share your belief. Until and unless some sort of demonstrable evidence is presented to me that angels are real. And now we're getting into that dreaded territory of the human soul, which I think is the most dead concept in religion. The idea that some part of you survives death and goes to another place. It's laughably stupid, honestly. Stupid may not be the right word. It's laughably ridiculous. How about? Because all the evidence that we can apparently demonstrate shows that you die and the materials that are you deteriorate and become something else. That's what we can scientifically demonstrate, is that bodies decompose, and seemingly every aspect of consciousness and thinking and who I am is a part of my physical brain. And we can see that the physical brain dies and decomposes. So I'm going to have a hard time believing that there's some other essence of me that stays me after my body dies. It just doesn't make any sense. And if you want a demonstration of that, you can see brain damaged people whose personalities completely change when their brain is damaged. So does their soul change as well, or when they die, is their soul going to be their old person, or is it going to be the new person with the new thoughts and desires and attributes of this new person? It's weird. And even if you thought you knew the right answer to that, how could you tell? How could you ever demonstrate what somebody's going to be like after death? How about people who get married and then divorced and married again and divorced and married again, or they lose a partner or whatever, and they're on their fourth wife? When they go to heaven, are they going to be with the fourth wife or the first? Or is there going to be a line? Is it going to be like polyamory? Are they going to be with all their wives? Is their soul going to split into four so they can be with all four of the wives? How does that work? I have so many questions about this afterlife thing. So many questions. George Carlin did a whole thing about parents dying and watching over their children. And then the children have their own children and they die. Are the grandparents still responsible for their grandchildren now, or did they get the day off and the children now have to look after their own children? How does any of that work? And how would you know? How could you demonstrate any of it? Oh boy. Boo Bojang likes Book of Revelation, Four Horsemen stuff. Yeah, spent a lot of time studying soteriology and when I was in seminary. And let me tell you, none of that stuff makes sense in the Greek. None of it. You hope you're on water slides with Abe Lincoln? Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. Hey, I hope so too for you, Blue, but I'm not going to believe that. And I can hope it's true, sure. I hope I continue on living. Well, then again, you know what? If it's going to be like an eternal afterlife, I think that would get incredibly boring after some time. I don't want to live forever. I'm perfectly fine with the thought of someday I'm just going to die and that's going to be it. Because, God, even a life of eternal bliss is still eternity. Red thinks we've been in apocalypse time. Well, we've been in apocalypse time since the 1st century, if you actually read it. All that stuff should have been happening at the time of the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD. But it didn't. Remember, within our own lifetimes, all will be revealed. Remember that part? Yeah, that didn't happen. None of that happened. So I don't know why I would trust the mushroom-induced delusions of John of Patmos when he wrote a lot of weird stuff in the Revelations. And speaking of which, there's like 12 books of Revelation, right? They just picked John of Patmos's for the for the quote unquote real Bible. There's a lot of apocrypha revelations. Yeah, and you probably don't believe in any of them because you never heard them. Just saying, somebody picked and chose for you which story is gonna come true. What if you're eternally reincarnated like Vaughn? Yeah. Well, what a shitty life would that be? Do I get to remember my old life? Because at some point, I think it would be like the Highlander. There can be only one. You cut his head off and he comes back. This is just a test to the real God. He tests you because he trusts you, wingman. Okay. Maybe the real God could give me one of those road to Damascus experiences that he gave to Paul or Saul of Tarsus. How come I can't get, a personal revelation from this God? Why does he keep hiding? Hey, God, if you're real, I'd love to have a chat with you. Can you reveal yourself to me? Yeah, you know what? Nothing ever happens. They do a mind wipe. Why? Why what, Boo Boo John? Why do I never get a personal revelation from God? I don't know. Maybe you could ask him. Why can't God appear in front of me right now, like he did to Saul of Tarsus, like he did to Adam and Eve, like he did to Elijah, like he appeared to Moses, even as a burning bush or something? He spoke to Moses in a voice. Why can't he do that for me? Is that so much to ask? Apparently it's too much because he never does. Never seems to happen. Guy can't make clear what he wants. Supposedly loves me and wants the best for me. Won't talk to me. Hey folks, we're finally heading back east. We're gonna go by the Church of St. Mary, speaking of religion stuff. Wow, I can smell that orange chicken. Panda Express right there, folks. I guess it's because I don't believe it. See, it never happened when I did believe either. I was a pretty fervent believer. I mean, my family, my church folks all thought I was going to be a music minister, paid for me to go to seminary, and that's when I lost my faith. So the whole argument where you didn't believe hard enough is, no, I ain't going to fly with me. I tried really hard. Problem is I actually studied the stuff. And I learned the languages the original book was written in. And I know what it says, and it's not what people think it says. Maybe you know God so good that he doesn't have to. No, I think he has to. I think he if he wants me to believe, I'm going to need a demonstration. And like I said before, that's not going to convince anyone else, but it would convince me. Now, I might not worship him, even after all that, but if he wants me to have this relationship with him, sorry, you're just going to have to demonstrate that you're real. Seems to work for everyone else. Oh, well, that was a long rabbit hole that I never particularly enjoy anymore. I used to be big into these kind of discussions, and now it's just like, now it's like, meh. Not real interested in talking about this stuff anymore. Oh my goodness, my back hurts, folks. This has been a long walk. Let me check my app. Almost 8.5 miles. Been, oh my gosh, we're in the last minute of 3 hours. My timer says 1:79:29. 30 seconds, I've been online for 3 hours. 3-hour walk, folks. And we're not done yet. There's the statue of Mary. Church of St. Mary, School of St. Mary. Kind of backtracking the way we usually go to the Quick Trip. You're more agnostic. Yeah, I've seen things happen that I would consider divine intervention. Okay, that works for you. It's a personal revelation thing. I understand that. I haven't had one of those. I thought I had. I thought I felt the Holy Spirit in church and all that. But I came to understand I get the same kind of feeling of elation at a symphony concert or at a wedding of friends. And I feel the same sense of elation I used to feel reading the words in church. So that's not a demonstration to me that the Holy Spirit's real. It's just a demonstration that endorphins work. And in certain situations, your emotions stirred within you release chemicals that make you feel a certain way. Oh, man, came good deep breath. My back hurts. Oh, I'm gonna be glad to sit down when I get home. Von Helton once said something true. It's like the broken clock theory. Twice a day and all that. Twice a day on the old broken clock. God will always protect you with 5 angels near to you. Well, Booba Jang, that's a claim. And it's not one I'm just going to believe on face value. I don't believe there's a God, and I don't believe in angels. So you're going to have a hard time convincing me there's 5 angels near me at all times. Again, I'm open to being demonstrated to. I'm open to a personal revelation. I just never seem to get it, despite asking for it genuinely. Despite taking time out of my life to actually go and study ancient Hebrew and study Koine Greek and be able to parse and read the original manuscripts and understand what the people writing them were saying. And I'm telling you, it ain't what you think it says in English. Not even close. I'll give you a great example. John 3:16. In English, people say, "Oh, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son." Okay? In the Greek, there's a word chronos, which is translated in English to world. But in the supplication of the original Greek, it actually means all of us, our group. He so loves our group. It's a message to the chosen people. It's not a message to the world. It's not a message to the world. It's a message to his chosen people. And there's even a problem with God so loved, because when that was originally written, it meant God loved in this way, not he loved so much. So there's a problem there too. It's describing a way God loves, not an amount God loves. I could continue, but this stuff gets boring real fast. See you later, Red. Have a good night. I'm gonna go soon too, because I'm getting close to home. There's a kitty on top of that Jeep. Hi, kitty. Looks like watermelon. Pretty black furry kitty. Looks a lot like watermelon. Not watermelon. Not watermelon, but looked a lot like her. Oh, my back's screaming at me. Where are we at? Rockford and 47th, 48th? 49th and Rockford. We're going to go down to 50th, I think, or 49th place or something. This is 49th place. We'll go down to 49th Street. The more tired I get, the more diagonals I take. Try to shorten the distance. Oh, my back. Like I said, we went about 2 miles too far. Should have turned in on 21st. Decided to go all the way up to 15th. That was too far, folks. We'll see if it pays any dividends on the scale. I doubt it. Three hours, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds. And I didn't exactly start the YouTube right when I started walking, so been walking more than that. 3 hours 10 about. Went and checked the mailbox first, see if it was open yet. It's not. Still don't have a mailbox. That's frustrating. Oh my goodness. Now we're heading down 49th Street. You've lost a lot of weight. Yeah, Yeah, we're down to the point in the journey where it's going to be 1 or 2 pounds a week max, and that's the frustrating part of it. But it's okay. I don't have far to go. Another 6 pounds or so, I'm pretty happy. Boobajang says, world is so wonderful that humans' primitive mind don't understand what they lose destroying this planet. Piece by piece, maybe Antichrist is trying to take stand and people don't notice until it's too late. I agree with you about destroying the planet thing. I don't agree with you about the Antichrist or anything about it because I don't believe it's true. 175 is, well, again, I'm going by body mass index and charts for my height, weight, and gender, or my height and gender. 165 is at the upper end of healthy weight. 171, like I am now, is overweight. My BMI is around 27.5, and it's overweight. So 175 is overweight, and I don't want to be overweight anymore. I just want to be, I'm fine with the upper end of healthy, but I want to get out of the overweight category. I was obese. I was happy to get out of obese. Once I got my BMI below 30, we eliminated obese. Hopefully never to get there again. There is also Alien Bibble. Did you heard? Wow, the language barrier is getting worse. Alien Bibble. That's a pretty good ride there. There is also Alien Bibble. Alien Bible? Alien Bible. There's a lot of Bibles. Von Helden likes to talk about the Ethiopian Bible. That's just one of dozens of different collections that folks call the Bible. Learned a little bit about that too, studying the ancient languages and Apocrypha and various texts that most people don't bother to read. You should try the Gospel of Peter. I like that one. It's got a talking cross appearing out of the empty tomb to tell the women what had happened. Talking cross. That's some entertainment right there. Talking cross. It's not quite up there with the talking donkey, but it is interesting. I think that a talking cross would have somehow, levitated out of the empty tomb. And hear me, all you that speak knowledge. Your master is gone, but not forgotten. Or something like that. Something like that. Talking cross delivering the good news, right? Some of this stuff's just outright ridiculous. There's a reason it didn't make the cut, folks. There's a reason some of those books weren't included, because they're preposterous, and they knew it. Well, we can't put this in there. You familiar with the story of Jesus preaching to Nicodemus? The famous line, "You must be truly, I tell you, to reach the kingdom of the Father, you must be born again." Have you heard that part? And Nicodemus asked him what he means. What do you mean, born again? And he says something like, not born of the womb, but born of the water. Yeah, all of that's based on a double entendre that would never work, because the word in either Aramaic or Greek, pick your one, when he's talking about being baptized, not being born from a womb, is a completely different word from being born of a woman. In English, it works because born can mean either one. The double entendre doesn't work in the Greek, so the thing makes no sense. Or wait, I've got it backwards. It works in the Greek, but not in the English or something. Whatever, I can't remember. It's preposterous. When I read the oldest crypts, there is always talk about God. Yeah, human beings make up gods. It's true, you don't believe in most of them. You don't believe in 99.999% of man-made gods, or believed in gods, but you think the one that you believe in is the right one. Strikes me as a little preposterous and a little bit, honestly, a little bit presumptuous for you to think that of all the gods that have been presented in history as possible creators of the universe and all that, you've latched onto the correct one because of where you were born and how you were raised. You won the God lottery. And you for sure believe in the correct one. And you're going to do what he thinks is right because he's the right God and he's the real God. And if other gods want you to do something else that's in conflict with that, well, they're just wrong. You feel what I'm throwing down there? Your heart and soul will be weight when you are after the life gates. Wow. That's a bold claim that I really don't think you can back up. I mean, you can say that, but I don't think you can demonstrate that to me. I don't think you can demonstrate to me that any of that, what you just said, is real. I really don't think you can demonstrate it. At least not to me. You might be able to demonstrate it to yourself. You might believe you've had some sort of experience that is God. That's fine for me. I don't mind. But it's not a demonstration to me of anything that's real. If you try find God wrong place, you will find Satan. Again, that's a claim. That's based on a presupposition that either of those beings actually exist. And I don't buy it. Sorry, not buying what you're selling today. But you have a good day. I'm gonna time you out for about a day. I'm really tired of listening to it, honestly. You have a good day. Seems to be a language barrier and you're really not listening to anything I'm saying, so you just keep coming back with platitudes over and over. I'm really not interested in listening to them anymore. So Solly, have a good day. Don't not mad at you. Just not interested in a bunch of claims that you can't demonstrate. Doesn't do anything for me. Have a nice day. Speaking of nice days, I'm almost home, folks. We're at the Colonial Manor Nursing Home and Retirement Apartments. And that's right next to my complex, so I am going to, at this point, call it a night. Sun's going down. I'm going to get on the computer and check out some things, probably work on my strip some tonight. You guys have fun. We'll see you tomorrow for the storm chase. Good night. Bye-bye.